I just like the fact that it's a team play game, but at the same time, that is a very unattractive aspect of Overwatch 2 to me because your team could actually fuck up a lot.
So I'm like,
All right.
but what I was saying was like, you know how in what I was saying in closers, that move that Seha has where he turns his blade into like electricity, so he can do like straight up true damage all the time.
Hmm.
He only gets that in PvE. In PvP, the skill changes completely.
Wait. So, referring to what again?
So, so like when Seha gets that, because when he does true damage, obviously, bruh's damage is like through the roof.
Yeah, it's through the roof, but
If
it
he,
changes.
yeah, so I'm like, if he had that in PvP, obviously he would be way too broken. So what
Oh,
they do
your
is,
voice is starting to skip like with lag.
how?
I don't know. It's because you started like turning into somewhat robotic digital.
I'm not a robot though.
Don't worry about it.
Wait, I just realized something. You're talking about me taking Rika's lines. I just realized I would be playing 4 characters then. I don't want that.
There was a
Discussions.
male voice. There was a male voice before from Reina's Reina's persona. Now there's a female voice.
This
I don't know what to say.
law.
I
Anyways,
have many questions, but none of them correlate.
Die.
how to? Anyway, I'm gonna just go down this list. I'm gonna start with start with our favorite. Like
Katie,
I'm main character.
I'm main character. Fuck you, big sis.
But Night Emperor, like, to be honest, Night Emperor is probably one of the
He's stable.
yeah, he's probably one of the fairest
He's stable.
classes. One of the fairest classes in Elsword right now. Like I'm not even going front. And I don't even play Night Emperor.
Rune Master's balanced as well, but he is actually underpowered in aspect
I think more characters need to be more like Rune Master though.
because he's balanced, but it's just he's underpowered.
Yep, I can see that. Yeah. Well, I think
He's
it
balanced just
depends.
because of one thing. The thing is, Rune Master used to be broken just because of like previous, very previous errors in Elsword. Like let's talk for instance. Remember Magic Chain
Oh yeah, dropping
breaking
your
like
magic
30,
defense to like
yup,
ground zero.
30%, and it used to be basically stackable with Flame Lord's Flame Stigma.
Oh yeah, nasty. That was a nasty
Yeah, so
combination.
pretty much they're like the same defense drop now. They don't stack anymore. Whichever one hits first has precedence. So
So
it takes its turn first, and then the other one comes up. So they cannot stack no more.
like shoot, first and foremost, kind of like I was saying earlier, is they need to bring back the whole. If you get hit out of a skill,
It just takes away the
it just
MP
takes
and it
away the
does not do a
MP and
storage.
like I think that's how it should work. It's because L Sword, even
When
though
it used to be like that,
it's not the most traditional fighting game. You know, it's not a Street Fighter or Tekken or something like that.
it has its own it has its own mechanics to it.
But I feel like that should be considered in the realms of a punish. Because I'm like, if you're sitting there spamming out a skill and you get smacked out of it, you shouldn't get rewarded for that. Because especially with some skills, storaging. Because I know back when I played Bloody Queen, you could spam the crap out of just sit there and mash the crap out of like Shade. And if the skill came out, if there was any gap in someone's combo and that skill came out and it got canceled, you could immediately do it again. And that was like
Yeah,
mad
that shit
damage.
had so much reward to it, like literally. The thing that I saw though with storages, oh my god, when I actually started to get acquainted with storages on this game, Kevin, like you best believe I started mashing the fuck out of Stoic, retreating, making it seem like I'd run away from them completely, but I turned right around and started whooping their ass again. Like, bitch, you thought I was running? Come the fuck over here. I'm still gonna whoop your ass, nigga. I ain't
You
running. I ain't no bitch. He's like, no, I was taking my turn just saying like, chill, bro, that's a lot of damage. Hey, bitch, I'm gonna whoop your ass again. Like that's
I'm like,
exactly what I do in arena in every single setting, sparring, arena. I don't completely run. I just turn right around and start whooping their ass again. Because if you start running, you know people are gonna be able to catch you, right? If you're just on a running game.
I don't know about that. Depending on the class you playing, because some of these folks, there's a lot of people on Elsword and they have perfected the art of running away. Freaking cowards. Anyways,
No, in that aspect, no, I can't completely agree with that because of the class I play now. But
see, that's different. Your
yeah, I
class
have
got,
range. I have range, and I have fucking spam ability.
but I'm like, for the whole canceling thing, because there's one thing on Night Emperor that
Hmm.
annoys me:
What?
power smash.
Oh, power smash? You mean that storage?
Bro, yes, because that skill is like,
Yes,
it
I
hits
know
so
what you're
fast
talking about.
and it's so heavy.
Kevin, Kevin, you know when pretty much a Knight Emperor is about to do power smash, you hear power smash with the vocal, right?
Bro, power smash, and then it
Hey,
gets
you
canceled and
back
you still
off,
get
you
smacked.
back off, you like completely back off, like you just
Not
hear
if
it.
you're hitting them. What you gonna do? Cancel your animation all of a sudden? Unless you're
Yup.
actually. I mean, even if you are, if you cancel the animation, it's still gonna smack the at you before you're able to move. Cause the move is like stupid quick.
Oh no, he does the power smash. You know how he pretty much just takes his little swing animation, right? And then you see that big bolt of energy.
Yeah, but you're not gonna be able to move.
I can move out of it, but that's just me. I'm just saying that's just me. What you call it? But if let's say for instance you are not trying to just pure attack, right, Kevin? You're just trying to loop, like you use the basics on somebody if you think somebody's about to just mash on you. You know how you pretty
See,
much can bait somebody with looping, right?
that's everyone.
Yeah, I looped the Night Emperor. I don't have no volume on. I play with no sound except for music, and you still wonder how the fuck do I do it? But
Mm-mm.
like,
Not on my class.
I get the impression like I smack them twice, right? I see that I know that they're gonna mash. I just basically walk away, take 3 steps away, and then turn around. Then I shoot them with strong strike.
See, most of the classes I play, if you haven't noticed, I don't really play long range classes like that.
Oh, I mean not long range classes, but you play melees, and they have what you call it. They don't have too many super armor opportunities either.
Yeah, I mean, I play Eternity Winter. She has some
Super armor.
stoic frames, but I mean, shoot. When I think about it, most of the classes I play, or it could just be the way I play them, because I'm like, I did play Empire Sword, which has
Shit
really good
ton.
stoic, but I don't know.
But
I don't use it like that.
I use it to get out of situations.
I will admit I will spam the crap out of Dash
Rushing
ZX
sword.
on Empire Sword though.
Oh, that's ZX when you're approaching.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna lie, it's such a good approaching
It's
tool.
it's no risk, pretty much. It's safety.
It's like especially with some of these folks on like a lot of people on NA thrive on wanting you to approach them. They want you to be the one chasing them. Like it's so ridiculous.
Oh, well, no, never mind. I can't be talking about myself like that. I mean, I'll be like a narcissist at this point.
Oof.
Because no, I do have a lot of situations where I chase people and it's successful because the class I play, for instance, is the Angelian. But most people don't use it as an aggressive class, even though it can be. If because you can run somebody down with this class
Oh yeah.
precisely.
I mean, I have no problems with that on when I'm playing Empire Sword. I'm just saying that's how like the NA community is. They thrive on getting you to chase them. I don't know why. It's like I don't know why. It's like the meta is just chase me. Like I hardly fight aggressive people. I know a lot of people say, well, it's best to like bide your time, wait for your opponent to mess up. I understand that. That's a play style. It's just not one I'm
Really fond of.
into. I'm not fond of it. Cause I'm just like I like to go into PvP
I don't
and just have
actually
some
wait for
fun.
them to mess up anymore because I know when they're going to mess up if I see it because if they take their time to literally attack and then they just end it there. The thing
Oh
I
yeah.
ended up doing with them is like once I see they're about to mess up, I take advantage of it immediately. I don't give them time to breathe off of their mess up. But with certain game styles, of course, in sparring, like of course I do not I do not try as hard if I see the person's not as good as, like, let's say for instance other people, like let's say for instance, so who is it? Snowy? You got Snowy, you got what was his face? The permanent T Iron Paladin?
Hmm?
That guy pretty much who said he was not gonna go to Comic Crusader, I forgot his name already, but famous, inspiring, free channel.
I mean, oh, you mean Tetsu?
Yeah,
Tetsuhime.
Tetsuhime. Freaking him, yeah, people like them that you honestly see that are actually really extremely good at the game. Yeah, you can try your hardest with them, but people who are just getting to learn their class, I don't go full throttle. I
So
don't
I'm like,
really try as much. I just see from sympathy wise, like I just need them to get adjusted to their class so that I can have more fun if they start to get better at it.
I feel the same way with a lot of people that. Well, it depends on who I'm fighting, because there are some people who will, I don't know, they will cheese you and
They'll
stuff,
choose you
but I can like still have
purposefully.
fun fighting them. Like for instance, when I was fighting Sakyun, and the
Exactly.
yeah, like when I was fighting Sakyun, the bird tried to cheese me for sure, especially when he tried to hit me with that goddamn hyperactive. But in a lot of our fights, especially like in the beginning parts and whatnot, there
You're
was a
not
lot of
really.
neutral. There was a lot of neutral game like played with like normals and stuff. It's not like he was trying to catch me with
Just
skills the
straight off
entire
the
time. It's
back
like
put damage in on you.
yeah, but it's like once this. But what made me mad is like when we got to like the brunt of the match, like the end part. That's when he started trying to cheese me when his health started getting low, and I was like, "Come on, bruh." Like it was such a good
I
match.
remember
So like
that.
I hate when people do that when I'm like it was like I'm having fun fighting you, but then all of a sudden you're just like, all right, I gotta bust out all the stops now. I gotta start pausing this man, pausing the screen, catching this man with all the pauses, get all my damage in real quick. I'm like, bro,
You gotta get a sweatiness in on it.
you're right. You
So
gotta put all the sweatiness in on the keys. I'm like, bro, you have better gear than me. I gotta kill you like 3 times. You only had to kill
nigga,
me once.
you could play and throw at the same time practically. If
I'm
you
like, come on, bro. You can hold back on the cheese a little bit, bro. Take your pizza, put it back in the box. I ain't trying to eat all that right now. But yeah, I'm not
that
gonna
man could
say.
actually throw literally if you wanted to.
Well, I'm not gonna say some. You can't be like put a little cheese in your gameplay and still have fun. But it's just some people are like straight cheese the
Assholes.
entire 100% throughout the entire. I'm just like, bro. Some people log into this game. It's like they're just like, all right, who am I gonna run from today? I'm just like, nigga, get off the game. Just uninstall. Stop, stop it. I was like, yeah, for Night Emperor, I feel like he is pretty balanced class. I definitely say Night Emperor is pretty balanced, especially with. The only thing I say was like that power smash is kind
Oh,
of yeah. He does have some burst damage on him, some crazy burst damage sometimes. But I feel like Night Emperor is one of those classes kind of need that because he's a very melee close range need to get in type of character,
oh
and
man,
I feel
yeah.
like once
Especially
he
when I saw during the time period. You remember SSLOG Hero
oh
against
yeah
Vaffle, like in the tournament, 1v1 tournament. Man, he actually played the class like it was an actual melee.
I'm just like I
I
feel
love the
like
performance on that one.
a class like Night Emperor needs that burst damage. They need to be like it's like being rewarded for getting in with your character, especially when you going against certain like you were just saying
Classes
certain
that have
classes like
range,
Code Sariel classes that are obviously
superior on the battlefield in terms of range, and they
exactly. I'm
have
like
resources too.
I feel like that's fair. Like same thing with Room Master. I do feel like Room Master probably could have a little bit
A
more
little more
damage to
damage
him, but at the same time,
because
I don't know if I can completely agree. Only because I know I've fought some Rune Masters that have some crazy burst
you
damage,
damage.
and
We're
don't even
talking about Luna Blade. We're talking about Swordfire. We're talking
shoot.
about
Not even that. I've seen some splash explosions hit
like
hella hard,
80Ks
and I'm just
and
like,
shit.
God, hit me
Oh
with a
yeah,
splash explosion. I'm
they're
just like my
tenacity
health.
skills. Triple Saber. Triple Saber's one of them too.
Oh yeah,
Remember
triple saber.
110k? It's
It's like
just like another Lunar Blade. They're just hitting you with extreme burst damage from tenacity skills.
I feel like Rune Master has a lot of kiting potential, but he's not like broken.
He's not ridiculous though.
Exactly. Like
Depending on the way that somebody approaches you, if they approach you with the swing, with the swing with fire on it, of course it's going to be ridiculous because yeah, they're trying to get an easier catch or easier option to catch you. Now, as soon as their animation ends, you know you already can just follow up on them. So he's not really ridiculously broken. It's just the fact that on certain occasions he may need more damage, depending on the class he fights. But if a guy's a combo fiend and he really practices his combos, I think Rune Master will be just alright.
oh yeah, I've definitely fought some man. I fought some Rune Masters that hit me with some stuff, and I'm just like, can you repeat that, sir? I
They
didn't
have
I
the
didn't catch
combos.
all of that. Could you repeat that combo real quick? I need to record that and possibly steal it. But Night Emperor, Rune Master, I'll say definitely
Immortals
fair
can have
classes.
combos too, but they
Now
have a lot of
Immortal,
bleeding.
Immortal.
They have black hole potential. They have
This man, yeah, this man has a little bit too much. Like he is so. This man has bleeding. This man has mad DPS. This man has range. He has super armor.
yep.
He has debuffs and buffs off just attacking with normals. I'm like, bruh.
If Night Emperor was not as tanky as he was, he'd struggle with Immortal though.
Oh yeah, cause I'm like, I don't know. It, I feel like, I just feel like Immortal should be a little bit more punishable. Like a lot of his stuff is so safe
Unpunishable.
that it's ridiculous. Like this man has
Because
super
his
armor.
landing, even on his new commands, actually has shockwave frames, and we don't even see the shockwave.
Yeah, this man has shockwave frames on his throw. He throw so he throws swords, and if that wasn't enough to protect him, he has super armor on it, and if that wasn't enough to protect him, he has shockwaves. So I'm just like, okay, so I guess I just
His
cannot move
landing,
in on that unless I have like some type of stun or something. So okay, just don't go in. But the thing about that is why I say that's kind of broken is I don't think normal attacks should have that much priority because normal attacks, especially like on Elsword, they don't really cost any MP, which means they're just spammable. You just can do it for free, and if it's that unpunishable, nah. It's like nah, it's a bit too much. It's like, cause I'm not really too worried about his skills per se. Although I mean, I don't know what to say about that too. Cause I know we were 2v2ing, and I do have to say that that Infinite Strike.
Infinite Strike actually has launch frames on it or a stall.
I was looking at that. Was that damage, fam?
Yeah, he has damage on mana breakable trait with it.
I mean, I understand. Yeah, it's 240 MP, but sheesh. Cause I know I'm tanky. I know I'm tanky.
And it hits a lot of damage. You even have his mod Infinite Strike, which is a focused attack, and it does a lot of DPS if you don't have the right amount of damage reduction. Even then, it still does pretty good damage.
And I really want to know. I want to know who at KOG, who up there in the devs decided. I feel like this was their entire thought process when they made sword blasting mod. They were just like, all right,
Iframes.
he has 3 swords that follow him, right? So let's make it to where he can do it 3 times in a row. Yeah, that'll be a good mod. I'm like that. That's not even a mod skill. He's just
That
able
was
to
my
spam.
man's Joshua.
He's
He's
just
just
taking
able to
his,
buy himself out of jail, pretty much.
No, I'm just like, I'm putting it like, okay, they took sword blasting and they made it to where you can do it 3 times in a row. I'm just like, Well, 2 times in a row, counting the
because he
initial
does
one.
the initials.
And I'm just like, you didn't modify the skill. You just made it spammable. Like what? No.
They got iframes technically even in the skill spam. That's what makes it safe about it.
Yeah, and
I
it's
can do it more
iframes.
times
I'm
with
just like,
less
With
swords.
no delay frames at the secondary hits or whatever, or the secondary spams, but it has iframes though, like a regular skill.
and then what gets me is the tips and details. Be like, well, the additional cast costs no MP, but have no skill freeze frames or super armor, making them quite risky to use. I'm like, who's gonna run in when he does just random freaking sword blastings with 3 swords chasing behind him?
Wait,
Risky?
wait,
Nah, fam.
wait. It doesn't have the second and third don't have freeze frames. That's a goddamn lie.
Oh, I know.
It's a goddamn lie. What? No, don't lie to me.
That's how the skill's supposed to be. That's how it reads. It's supposed to not have freeze frames. But I don't know about that.
Bro, you about to make me angry, bro. I'm finna cry, bro. I'm finna start playing Joker Smash,
Bro,
bro.
I'm
Why
done.
you lying, dog?
So I don't know. I feel like that. I feel like they need to remodify that. Don't even get me started on Crimson Cut.
Remodify it? How about actually modify it?
Don't get me started on Crescent Cut.
Don't call
Crescent
me.
cut. It's mod and well, not it's mod, but it's regular.
It's
Don't
regular
call
has
me.
like the Okizeme on that is like
Don't
honestly
call me.
I feel like one thing that would really help in Elsword is wake up invincibility. You do not have, I'm sorry, but against certain classes, you do not have enough wake up invincibility. Like that stuff, wake up invincibility lasts what, a second, half a second. In some classes like Infinity Sword, Immortal, can like throw out Crescent Cut, and depending on where you stand on like MP or on the stage, it's like easy, another catch, because you ain't jumping out of it. You can't drop through platforms off of it. Like unless you got like some iframe move that's like low MP, if you have the MP, or like I don't know, like certain classes, like maybe like no Lavi can probably get out of it because like basically double jump characters. Aisha like a low MP teleport, but that the Okizeme on that is crazy good. That's what I'm saying. I don't really think the skill itself needs to be nerfed. I just think maybe wake up invincibility needs to last a little bit longer. A little bit longer. You should like have a little time to get out of certain stuff, because there are so many people in this game that have mad Okizeme on wake up just because iframes on wake up do not last.
Stupid.
Do not last.
Yeah, that shit like.
Cause I'm like, that stuff be ridiculous. How many classes can like catch you on wake up because they know your iframes don't do nothing on wake up. They last half a second and you right back in the same mix up. Especially because I'm gonna say this right now. What they definitely need to change, if you are in iframes
Mm-hmm.
and there is a black hole skill on the screen, you should still be able to use skills. Cause it's stupid. It's stupid. Like Daybreaker's Okizeme is stupid. Because she can literally just throw out a skill while you're waking up. She doesn't even have to wait for you to wake up. She can throw out a skill while you're waking up. It will still be on the screen. The black hole effect will cause you to not be able to use skills. And so then when your iframes run out, which they will, then you're right back. You're caught right back in the combo. And she didn't have to work for the catch or nothing. I'm like, that's exactly what I mean. Like iframes need a little bit of a buff in this game on stuff like wake ups. Like they need to last a little bit longer, and you should not be affected by black hole. I know they changed it. They had that patch where you're not affected by black holes on Wake Up because the whole like suppression thing with Aura with Yamaraja. So it was like you're not affected, like you're not pulled in, but you're still affected by it because you can't use skills or anything. Which means on certain characters, you're still not gonna be able to do nothing. Something like that. That definitely needs to be patched for sure. I'm like, I say Elsword for the most part is balanced. There's like few changes. Few changes.
What's up?
Hey, Tony.
Hmm.
Oh, Tony just arrived.
Yeah, Tony just arrived.
Oh, welcome back. We're just kind of.
Talk.
I guess I'm doing a
Shifted
stream.
topics.
I'm doing a stream where I'm like balance. I guess talking about balancing all the Elsword characters. Just chilling, you know. Just chilling.
Yeah, pretty much. Wait, which character are we on right now? Anyways, Daybreaker.
No, I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna get deep in there, but that's just one of the things I want to talk about with like the iframe thing on Wake Up
Right,
and the Okizime stuff.
I forgot.
But I was on Immortal, but I think that's pretty much it. I mean,
Sums
like
it
I
up.
said, Elsword overall, I think he's a pretty balanced character. Like he's not too crazy. Like he's main character, but I think he fits his main character role. He's like the savior of the Elsword
He's main
universe
character.
right now because bro's pretty balanced. I'm not gonna lie, he's pretty balanced. But this Aisha over here though,
Throw it away.
this girl Aisha.
Throw it away.
Okay, All Sorcerer, I'm gonna hop off. Usually I hop on All Sorcerer a lot, but after the recent patches that we've had that nerfed the people who play All Sorcerer know, she got KOG brought the belt out on her. I can say she's pretty balanced now. She might even deserve a few buffs. Maybe. But this mofo over here, this
Metamorph?
Aether Sage.
this Aether Sage,
I heard metamorphic.
we gonna get there. Well, we gonna get to her, but it might not be as hard as I usually am on her. But we gonna get to her. But Aether Sage,
So I need somebody new for Sarah.
Yes.
Timeout. She's on timeout. Let's just say that.
yeah, that's the conclusion I came to. For now, I'm just like, it's probably
Timeout.
timeout.
Just don't. I mean, her ass needed to be on timeout anyways, cause she was getting a little.
We're not gonna talk about it now, because of you know the stream.
Yeah, we're on stream, so yeah, it's all good.
But I'll just put it like
Okay.
that. I'm like, she's on timeout. I'm probably not gonna like just completely disband her
about
from the
drop.
group yet. I'm not gonna completely just exile
I
her
didn't
from
know
the
y'all were
group yet.
streaming. My bad.
Oh, you know, are you good? I'm like I said, I came to a conclusion. I'm like, I'm probably not going to completely exile her from the Kinoverse yet, but
Yeah.
she definitely in timeout. But Aether Sage, I think, man, this class, this class, man. Like, I understand she's a mage. I know how mages work in RPGs. It's all good. I like my mages in RPGs.
Except
But-
Tales of Vesperia.
Yeah, see my girl Rita, Tales of Vesperia.
Oh
You know what I'm
my
saying? I
god.
like my mages.
Nigga, don't act like that time in the Coliseum. I saw you go after all the mages. I saw
Well,
you
that's
punch
different.
all the mages.
That's different. They weren't on my team. That's different. Those mages wasn't on my team, so they had to die. And that's kind of, you know what? That's kind of how I feel about Aether Sage.
I'm
You're
so
not on my team. I gotta kill you. I gotta kill you with a burning fucking.
Like, oh, I'm
stake.
sorry. This class, she is. Like, I feel like she is the epitome. I feel like she is the epitome of what a mage should be. She is annoying as frog biscuits. But man, they need to nettle. I get nettled when I fight this class. They need to nerf I'm sorry, she needs a couple nerfs because her loot, like some of the loops she has, is ridiculous. Her her range game, like her I can't even think of the name because I don't even want to. Like I know what I'm talking about, but I don't know what the name of it is right now. Her zoning,
What are you trying to
her,
refer? Oh yeah,
dang,
zoning
her
definitely,
zoning
definitely.
is uh uh. And to be honest, one thing I'm gonna touch on for all Aishas, another thing
Hmm.
that I want to get on the devs about. Who the hell thought of the freaking that system she has?
Memorize.
Who thought of the memorize system? Who thought of that? I
That was
want to
Carl.
smack you. Who thought it was a good idea for a
It was Carl.
class like Ether Sage, who has hella MP game, to be like, well, they're not near me right now, so I can just put this skill in my back pocket and then start resaving my MP to do it again. I'm just like, who thought of that? Like, who thought that was
I'll
a good
charge
idea?
MP with my left and memorize with my right. I'll take a skill.
And save it. I'm like, get out. Who thought that was a good idea? For a character that has stuff like meditation.
Bro.
Why did you think, who thought that was a good, I'm sorry, but the moment you thought it was a good idea to let Ether Sage put 2 to 3 magic missiles on the screen, one is already annoying enough. You gave her the ability to put 2 out immediately.
Bro,
Why?
I get pissed every time I see double lightning chain.
I'm like, why?
Double that double lightning shower though that she been saving the whole time by running.
I'm like, and I'm mad at that when they do that on any character. I'm not just getting on Aisha about it. Like, to be honest, I don't even like the fact that they did it on Labby. I'm glad they nerfed that.
Bruh.
Because so many attorney winners, when they found out that that Kapow punch, if you use it 3 times in a row, it does so much hit stun you can't mana break, bro. I saw so many turn. I'm just like, bruh. And then when I saw the patch notes that it was getting nerfed, I was like, thank you. I'm like, I play the character now. I'm like, thank you, KOG. You did something right.
Every time I play D.
I'm like, I thank you. That's all I had to say. I'm just like, thank you. Because why? There should be no free, like, I understand that they're trying to say, well, you have to get the MP for it first. I'm just like, I'm sorry, but it's not that hard to get MP on Aisha, especially Ether Sage.
Step
Ether
1,
Sage,
stand still.
I'm
Step
like,
2.
right. Step 2, if they get close to you, run away. Step 3, repeat step 1, stand still. Step 4, if necessary, use meditation to get even more MP. You can get MP without ever hitting your opponent. Just stand there. Yeah. But what if they're a good rushdown character? Rushdown? Rushing down in Aisha?
Not good idea. Unless you can handle it.
Rushing down in Ether Sage? Leaving yourself open to her attacks? Oh, that's nice. Yeah. Just like, what? And I'm like, and then there was like, well, let's make her kiting and zoning game even stronger by letting her spam skills multiple times in a row. Yeah.
No. Bad.
And then I can see if it was like a limit. And this is kind of like what I was talking about at the beginning of this video when I was like, change the way certain stuff works from PvP to PvE, not just like KOG thinks, well, if we change the damage values, if we change how the damage works,
It could be more tolerable or it can work.
Yeah, it'll be better. I'm like, no. You need to change the way the skills work entirely from PvP to PvE, like Closers does. Closers does it right. They change the way skills work completely from how they work from PvE to PvP. Totally different. It's like almost a totally different skill. That's how they need to revamp stuff. I was like, and the thing is, I know they know this, because it's just like what I said with Labby. They was like, She can spam this move 3 times in a row for free just by having enough MP to do it once, and it cancels mana break and does mad damage? We should probably nerf that. And then they nerfed it. Okay, now do that for all these other characters that can do the exact same thing. That would be great.
Actually, you know what I just thought about? Well, matter of fact, we'll wait till when we get to ad.
We're gonna get. Look, I love Ad. Ad's my main. He's my boy.
I'm not trying to talk about anything negative. It's just a
Oh no.
perspective, you know.
I'm just saying. When we get to Ad, I'm about to tear him apart. That's my boy, but I'm about to wait till I get the.
Just leave Fatal Phantom to me. Leave him to me.
Oh, I'm getting him too. But all sorcerer, like I said, I don't. I don't think I need to touch Oz. Like, I know Oz sorcerer people are. They tried to defend her. I saw a lot of people trying to defend Oz sorcerer, but I'm sorry, she was disgusting. She was disgusting. She was. She's kind of like, you know, what gets me. No, I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna save it till I get to him. I'm gonna save it till I get to him. I'm gonna come back to Oz Sorcerer when I get to Ad. Just to make a point. Like, this will be me defending Oz Sorcerer in a sense when I come back to that. We gonna come back to that. We gonna go to Metamorph. I mean, to be honest, I haven't even seen too many Metamorphs. Like, she got nerfed hard, and like upon her release a long time ago, like, yeah, she was broken as fuck. But now, I mean, I don't know, Metamorph ain't really
too
Been around.
difficult
It's
to
like-
deal with.
yeah, she's like one of those classes, like when she came out, she's like, oh my god, this freaking class is broken. She has this super armor drill like normal, and just ugh. But it's like once the class has been out for a while and you've seen like a lot of people do it, it's kind of like, okay, whatever, I know how to deal with it, and she's not that difficult. The only thing I will say, matter of fact, let me go to Aisha. I need to see the percentages on this. I need to see what is the percent on this. I need to see it. Really? It does that much. 314%. Okay. That's what I don't understand. Why does Aisha's up Z do so much damage?
No one knows.
Why does her up Z do over 300% damage?
Nobody knows.
Only character that should be doing damage like that is technically Night Emperor.
Cause I'm
Wait,
like, this is what I don't understand. Okay, Aisha's a mage. She's a magical based character. But her up Z does almost double the damage of her up X. Her up Z is her whacking you with a stick. Her up X is her shooting you with a fireball. But her up Z does double the damage, almost, of her up X. Explain to me why a mage's physical damage on whacking you with a stick does that much damage. Especially when almost every Aisha you fight, especially in high tier, all they do is up Z. All they do is the up Z loop. And they get mad damage from it, because it has low knockdown and does over 300 freaking %. Why? That's literally my only gripe with that class, especially with Metamorphy, because Metamorphy is the physical. So she's the physical class of Aisha. meaning she does more damage with the book. When I see a good quarter of my life gone from her just doing up Z's, I kind of feel some type of way. But that's really my only gripe with Metamorphy, to be honest.
She could buff her attacks literally too, which is ridiculous.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
normal attacks and freaking active skills
Wait,
can basically deal almost the
there
same
is
skill.
there is one there is one skill. There is one skill I have a problem with.
For what?
Hold on. Where is it? Pretty sure
Is it
it's
for
this one,
Metamorphy?
but I want to make sure. The heavy press, bro. Heavy press mod.
Can literally go on forever.
Yes. Skill lasts like legit almost forever. 1. 2. It only costs 100 MP.
So that's their way of literally doing a mad paradox to you if you have no MP. Is what you're saying?
Nah, it's just okay. This skill lasts about how long? Let me
It
see.
lasts about for 3 hits, and then they have enough time to literally do a repeat on it.
Yes.
So
like,
pretty much
she has
8
enough time
seconds.
to. She hits you with this skill, and then
Are
she
y'all
can
still
literally
streaming?
just stand there and get her MP back.
Mhm.
She can literally just
Cool.
stand there and get her.
I'm sorry, I
MP
didn't hear
back.
what you said.
Huh?
I said, are y'all still streaming?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Nani?
No, he was just basically asking if he thought we were finished. Like, just with the whole balance patch. It's not a rant, really, but it's just issues and concerns, I guess.
Yeah, I'm just like going over my personal gripes and stuff. Like how I think stuff that could be changed to like balance each other characters. Cause I'm like that right there, that heavy press stuff. No, like
It lasts like about, if we were to put it into a time-based scenario, it would be like you count 8 seconds, 9 seconds, and then you could use another one.
yeah, basically, and it lasts almost just as long as its cooldown, and it only costs 100 MP, and she can literally just sit there and charge up MP while it's hitting you, and
The
just do it
mod should
again.
probably take about 15 seconds then.
Yeah, like I'm not saying the MP usage needs to be changed,
It's
but the
just a cooldown on
cooldown, definitely, that cooldown should be way higher. It should be like triple the duration of the skill. So she can't just like throw it out every time. Every time one's
That's
over,
like
throw out
24
another one.
seconds.
I'm like, every
I
time
would
this
say
one's over, I'm gonna throw out another one, and then it just bounces you. And I'm like, you literally, if you get caught in that, you literally you have to mana break. You have to. And I'm just like that's ridiculous. So that needs to change. Other than that, she's good. She's fine. Like, and I hate like, and I don't know. I feel like I'm being pretty modest because honestly, I hate Metamorphy. I hate this class. Like man, I hate the character. Like I hate it. Like, I hate it. But that's all I really feel needs to change for Metamorphy, to be honest. I can't even touch our sorcerer. KOG already. I'm not even gonna. Animos. I feel Animos is another pretty balanced character. Like, to be completely honest, I feel like Animos is another character that has pretty like some crazy burst damage all of a sudden, especially with stuff like Sharp Fall
Sharp
mod and all
wall,
that, and
gyro kick.
gyro kick. But I feel like she's a character that can get away with that. Like, she can have burst damage and like her like the way her moves work and stuff like that. I don't feel like they're cheap. Like I actually feel like I really don't even feel like she needs to be changed much.
And noting the fact that pretty much Phoenix Strike is physical now, so she could definitely. Well, I'm not sure about wearing people down. It's just a push skill at this point if you were to use it as an Animos.
Yeah.
And it would not really work for what you call a practical use in arena. If it was burst damage, however, like it had 2k percentage in on it in PvP, it would be ridiculous.
I do kind of feel like her. I can't really say anything about it. Like I feel her like her low kick. Like, maybe they could reduce the duration on that a little bit.
Leg wound?
Yeah, because that no running thing, especially on a class like Animos, that is she's stupid fast and she has range.
You got also classes like Furious Blade
Yeah,
that can
but
pretty much, well, back in the day when he was able to get you with the nasty freaking leg wound
that cut tendon.
debuff.
And I don't think his lasts as long anymore. I don't
You mean the duration for Bloody XL?
actually. Yeah, because does he even have leg wound anymore?
It
Or
does. I
cut
think it
tendon?
still does.
I har-
Because
Either I don't get hit, either I don't get hit by it much, or I just don't see them use it much. Because I haven't seen that in a good minute. Because I know he can inflict bleeding. Oh, that's right. Because he got fatal. He got fatal wound. That's right. They changed what's named to fatal wound, and so it doesn't have the leg debuff anymore. It just has bleeding. That's probably why I don't see people use that much. I don't know.
it's because
I feel
if
like
you combined
Blade
it
uses
with finishing slash mod, it would be a lot better.
well, then again, I can see why they probably removed it. Oh wait, no, here's cut tendon right here. So he does have cut tendon.
He still has cut tendon, he still has leg wound on his Bloody XL, but nobody finds it practical to use Bloody XL because they used it for delay before. That's what made Blade Master so easy to use before.
So I'm like, yeah.
In just general. Because he had the utility to 2v2 before. I mean, well, he does still, but
Hmm.
it's actually a lot more strict now.
Just like I guess I just don't see. Cause I'm like I almost thought they removed cut tendon because I do not see Ravens use this move anymore. At least from what I've seen, I do not see any Ravens like even touch cut tendon, which is weird. It's actually a really good move, but oh well. But yeah, Animos. I don't really. I think maybe they could lower that a little bit. In fact, let me go see. Let me look at low kick. Let me.
We have Daybreakers also, which are pretty.
I'm gonna get on Daybreaker because that class is fucking retarded. Low kick. How long is this lag? It only lasts 5 seconds. Or hold on. Okay, 6.5 seconds. So about almost 7 seconds. That's what gets me. That's 7. It's like 7 seconds for leg wound. That's a bit too long. Especially on a class that can come in and out as she pleases. Like Animos is a fast class. And for 25 MP, for only 25 MP, being able to cut your movement off for like a good 7 seconds. That's probably like my only gripe with this class. I feel like that leg will last a little bit too long. But I mean, other than that, I can't really say nothing on Animos. Like I feel like she's a pretty balanced class. I do wish people would put a little bit more effort into playing her though. All the Animos I see when they catch you, it's just pretty much C loops, yeah, that's it. Throw out a couple actives, save up MP, sharp fall, violent attack, blah blah blah. And she has such good potential, but I haven't really seen any animos really that have really broke the barrier with the class yet. Kind of sad. Kind of sad. Daybreaker. Daybreaker.
Oh boy.
You're definitely breaking my days already.
What?
Making my days
My
feel pretty
God.
bad. Like this goddamn class.
The class
I mean,
bothers people, puts them in distress.
she's the epitome of an archer. I give you that.
She has range.
Range for days. But my God, if they don't remove some of her tracking, she has too much. How much MP is Guide Arrow? You know, I've been meaning to look that up for a while. I've been meaning to look that up for a while. Wow. How much MP? How much MP? That move can't be that spammable. It can't be. How? Oh, that's why. Nah, they need to remove that. That right there. That moment I saw that needs to be removed. Reverse guide arrow, 120 MP for guide arrow. Nah. That right there, that trait needs to go. That needs to go. Like I think there was a couple things that need to change with like tracking skills. I think if you main break a tracking skill, like guide arrow, the arrows should just fly off. Like I honestly believe that. I think with tracking skills like guide arrow, stuff like that, I think if you main breaks a skill like that, it should just go away. It just fly off into the distance. It's already made you mana break. It's done its damage. Go away. Because for one, the fact that it keeps tracking you, even if you mana break it. Two, the fact that it has a reverse trait. Because that's one thing I was wondering about. Because I see Daybreaker spam the crap out of this move, and I was like, isn't this like a 200 MP move? How are they spamming the crap out of this? 120 MP for guide arrow, really? KOG, no. No. This is too good of a skill to be able to spam that easily.
Guide arrow, you have wind wall.
Like wind ward. Oh, that's what I'm saying. She got too many tracking skills, and I think she only has 2, and that's too many. Cause I'm like, oh God, like please, put that away. Cause let me see, I'm glad. Like I used to use it.
She has tools to black hole you technically to the area she's at, but you don't want to jump if you're above her. So because it will pull you in easier if you jump, so you just have to run the other
Like
way.
blast arrow, you basically have to get out of range and just take the hits and hope she doesn't come following up behind it. Cause I'm like,
You have to be completely out of range for that one.
yep, which is I hate that they make it like that, because it's like, okay, so in order to not get caught by the skills, you have to be far away from her. It's kind of like the same thing with Aisha. But if you're far away from her, then they can just stand there and get MP. So then it's like it's like a lose-lose situation. It's like, all right, I try to kite around, stay away from her, so I can come in and get a catch and like keep myself safe from these tracking skills. But the longer I stay away, the more MP she gets. Then she just run up and just spam the skill instead, and I'm not gonna be able to dodge all of it. So it's like lose-lose situation. So stuff like that needs to be nerfed. Like that's disgusting. Like I knew someone was up with that skill. The moment I was like, I fought a Daybreaker and she was just literally spamming it like it was an active skill, and I'm just like, what the heck? Like why? I'm like, okay, if I'm like beating, say I'm like beating on this Animos, right? She gets some MP, she mana breaks, and then she starts firing off these guide arrows. And let's say I mana break. Let's say I got a bunch of MP. So I mana break guide arrow, and then she just does it again. So I'm like, crap, mana break it again, and then she just does it again. I'm like, okay, you have not been comboing me, but you just did guide arrow like 3 times in a row. Hello?
I think, Jesus Christ.
And then if she did, and if guide arrows on cooldown, well, guess what, buddy? Guide arrows on cooldown, but I got another skill for you. It's called blast arrow, big fella. Yeah. You're gonna be taking this. Another tracking skill. Well, not tracking skill, just basically you wake up from, like I say, you wake up, you think your iframe's gonna protect you. Oh, blast arrow. This black hole effect, you can't use any skills. And your iframes are gonna run out, so get right back in my combo. And then you mana break that. If you have the MP to mana break that. And then Wind Blast comes out, or another guide arrow. I'm just like, and eventually you're gonna run out of MP and not be able to freaking mana break. And then she's just gonna sit there and, you know, spam you with arrows, getting her MP back. You're gonna have to mana break because you don't have any. I mean, you can't just sit there and take all the damage, or else by the time you fall, she's gonna have like max MP, or you're going to be dead. Because arrows have like almost no knockdown rate, apparently. But if she does get enough MP and you don't have a good resistance, or you fighting like a Daybreaker with, say, not resistance to Destiny, but Shadow's Descent, freezing arrow plus what's the one skill over?
Oh, freaking, what you call it? It's the Transcendence skill that she has.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember.
This is 200 MP. I'm already on it. Also, I can check up just for confirmation, and it's going to be.
Was it? No, I think it's a regular Grand Archer skill, isn't it?
Oh, it's a regular Grand Archer skill. Oh,
Arrow
I thought it was.
Arrow
Yeah,
Strafe.
Arrow Strike.
Like freezing arrow into Arrow Strafe? Boy, your health?
Arrow Strike.
What health? What health you talking about? I'm just like, they just need to nerf her catch game. Like, she's already an archer. She already got range, and she got good run game. She can freaking zone you out like crazy. Shouldn't be able to track you and keep you in combos that easily. Like, your options are so limited when you're fighting a Daybreaker. It's kind of ridiculous. Like, come on, KOG.
It's not that it. I mean, it is pretty impressive to fight that class in PvP. I'm not going to lie. There's a way to play a class just like normally, just if you're talking in terms of meta. But if we're referring to like cheese factors and what they can actually do, classes.
That's basically what I'm talking about. Only reason I'm bringing up a lot of the cheese factors of these classes is because, to be fair, you know, most, at least on the NA server, you know, most people gonna go into rank. They're gonna find the most cheesiest tactic they can find, and they're gonna stick with it. And that's gonna be the meta.
It's because there's set chance of winning.
So the only way to really balance the game is to basically destroy a lot of the meta. Like point blank.
Or make it so that it's pointless, I guess.
Or yeah, make it so that the meta that they're doing is pointless. Which is why I'm saying I don't think they need to get away from this whole damage nerfing thing. Because a lot of times this damage nerfing thing is also killing classes. in
It
dungeons.
also encourages them people to complain more and ask for a buff for their class from personal preference.
Yeah, I'm like,
So you want to kill that cycle, and you want them to actually find something more creative,
because we
which the
definitely
game
don't
was how
need
originally.
we don't need what happened to Mad Paradox, or not Mad
Because
Paradox, but Diabolic Esper. Like before Mad Paradox came out, because they were nerfing, they were just we gotta nerf the
nerfing.
damage, we gotta nerf the damage, and they started nerfing damage so much that freaking Diabolic Esper became near obsolete in dungeons because Brad did no damage.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. It also made the player base of Diabolic Esper diminish completely
Yep, and now all we
because of
have
that.
is gotta save it. I'm save it for when I get to add. I want to talk about it so bad, but I'm gonna save it for when I get to add. Because if I start talking about it now, it's gonna be
Off topic and just off track
yeah.
completely.
But yeah, for Daybreaker overall, what I'm gonna say is nerf her tracking, and to be honest, you don't even really have to nerf her black hole skills. They just need to buff iframes. Like I was saying, like on Wake Up, make iframes not be affected by black holes, like at all. Like you should be able to use skills, and you should not be getting pulled in by black holes on Wake Up. Remove that, and that'll fix Daybreaker and other classes in general.
Mm.
And then just nerf her tracking, please. That the tracking is ridiculous on this class.
I think we're about to move on to the one that's the most anticipated by most people that they don't like.
Freaking Twilight. This no skill.
Trapping, active skill trapping has a lot of tools to literally catch. Does massive damage with actual skills. Like we're talking about Rage Fungus. We're talking about spam ability with freaking what do you
Bro,
call it?
don't even get.
And then she has
If these
does she have
revamp, I'm gonna tell you right now, if these revamps don't nerf Karma, I don't
karma
even.
hits like a truck
Why? Like why?
because it
There,
used to be non-oppressive before. It was just a push skill before. Now it's actually a huge
it's because this joint
burst
does.
damage.
I don't even know how they came to this percent value. Okay, Karma does 730% damage per hit, and I'm like, for all the other percents of pretty much almost every other character in this game, there is almost no other character in this game that has a multi-hit that does over 500% damage per hit.
That's in dungeons too.
Yeah,
Where
and I'm like, you're telling me, like, I don't care if I don't care if someone comes in and like, well, 300 MP skill. I'm like, yeah, but it has a reverse trait.
which reduces it to 400. I mean to 240, right?
No,
If I'm not.
it's not a light. It's a reverse. This thing has a reverse trait,
Oh,
making
reverse
Karma
trade,
cost
reverse trade.
180 MP.
Oh.
John, it's less than 200 MP with the reverse trait, and it does over 700% damage per hit in PvP. Are you kidding me?
That's just like having Over's Geyser for a Rune Master. Doing like that much. Hold up. Yeah, it's 730% damage in PvP. I don't understand why is it not 1/5 of the damage in PvP.
Yeah, I'm like, no other class. I'm pretty sure there is no other class in Elsword that has a multi-hit skill that does over 500% damage in PvP.
Because they didn't do that for Rune Master. Rune Master has 130 hits. I mean, not 130 hits. What the fuck am I saying? It has 30 plus hits literally over his guys. If it were to be that percentage, 730%, I
It
think
would
people would use that to
destroy
literally end people.
everything.
It
It
would
would
body everyone.
it would one shot everyone. I'm like, so I don't know how they even. That seems
It's a
like
14 hit, fucking 180%. I mean 180 MP. Like what the fuck?
I'm like, that's ridiculous. And this has a heavy trait. I'm like, you don't even need the heavy trait if you're doing damage like that over that many hits. Like,
2000 percentage in fucking PvE.
like that's ridiculous. ridiculous. Like,
If
who came
Master
up
had
with
that
this?
shit, oh my god, I would be loving that class again. But it's nerfed so bad. I mean, it's like it's not too bad on triple geyser because it's stable because it does hits over time. So it's 600% for I mean triple geyser. My bad. Actually stable. It does 36 hits in total. Has 600% damage, which is normal. The hit marking outweighs the percentages, so it makes it valid. But as for this skill, 2000% with 14 hits. Oh my god, that's like having five devastating strikes. If I were to put, I mean, not five devastating strikes, but like three of
You
them
know,
put into one fucking karma.
if I think if I were to change this class, other than the karma thing obviously that's so obvious that I'm not even gonna talk about that because obviously karma needs to change. That skill is broken. But okay, I understand. So so Twilight's supposed to be basically a DOT character. She's a damage over time character. Like she puts a lot of traps on you and stuff. And I know a lot of people probably aren't going to agree with this. But think I think a lot of her traps should not have hit stun.
It should be sort of like Arme Thaumaturgy's creation mode, where it does not do hit stun. It's because it stays on the ground for a set amount of time. It's sort of like
Yeah, and I
if I
think like if it gets on you, it does the damage that it does. Like I think if the I think some of them should have hit stun. Not like that little light when she does that burst and
evoke.
causes all them spikes. I don't think that should have hit stun. The freaking Briar's trap, no.
Briar's trap, she has evoke, which does the launch,
Like
which explodes
evoke,
and does
yeah,
it.
stuff like evoke, which is an actual explosion of
That's
air.
normal.
The explosive trap was just actually an explosion. Stuff like that. I think that's okay with hit stun, but I think if some of her traps didn't have hit stun and were mainly focused on actual just damage over time, like they get on you and they just do damage,
It'll be normal.
I think that would normalize the character a bit. But the fact that she can throw all these fucking traps everywhere, and then if you touch any of them, it's like,
You
well,
gotta you gotta shake them off first. You gotta deal with the player also either charging for MP in a corner or coming at you still very hastily so they can destroy you, or just spam you down with a skill that gives them a lot of frames like Furious Engage into another skill.
I'm just
Like
like,
there's a lot of factors that makes this class very oppressive, and it's just you don't want to deal with it. Like most players don't want to deal with it in a PvP aspect,
and I'm like, I
and it's
think that
it's
would
very it's
also.
very
Only reason I said that trap thing with hit stun, I think that would also make players look into using some of her other skills.
yeah, it would give them a sense of what you call it. Let's try something new instead of the
Exactly.
same old
Instead
thing.
of
How
just
we basically
come like if her traps they do hit stun, they do damage over time. Why would you use anything else? You have everything you need just in your traps. But I'm like, cause she has a lot of her combat skills, as I would call them. But you don't really see anybody use any of those because we know how NA is. Traps are all you need. I'm just like, eh. Like, bro. Okay, yeah, that's another skill I need to talk about. Butterfly needs to be nerfed.
butterfly, which is the range, just because it does more range than what you call it.
Like
Let's see.
the range on that skill, it's already stupid fast, has super armor, and has
Oh, the
pretty good.
range is like I forgot. Okay, my
It,
sorry to cut you off for that one, but the range on that shit is like, let's put it into perspective. It has, it's like if I were to put this into perspective, it reaches from if you were on Garpai Sandstorm's PvP map. Like you're on the second platform where it should not be able to stab you, it still can hit you, surprisingly.
it's just like giant hits, good up
It
range. It
has a
has
rectangle
it's
literally
forward
back and
range.
forward, back and forward.
And I'm just like, and it's and it's way like it's already stupid fast. Like reacting to that skill, like especially if they come off screen with it, is like
You're not expecting it, so you don't want to be on the same platform as them. That's exactly what you're thinking most of the time.
not to mention, it's one of those skills where I talk about even if it gets canceled, you'll still get hit by it. Yeah. So I'm like I definitely feel like they need to nerf the hitbox on that. Just the hitbox. Nothing wrong with the damage. Nothing really wrong with the skill itself, but the hitbox on that needs to be adjusted. Because it definitely hits way outside of his actual animation. Like, but yeah, that's all I got to say on Twilight. I don't even.
Fourth character, our boy Raven.
Oh, Raven, that boy.
We got Furious Blade first. We got who else?
Bruh, if Jiko was here, this man would get in my ass for getting him.
He's mainly a dungeon character, to be fair. I mean, to be really brutally honest.
I'm like, I don't really know. I just feel like I don't really have too many gripes with Furious Blade, other than the fact that bruh just like you know how I feel about Raven in general, his Sephiroth blade.
Except for what?
His Sephiroth blade.
You know, Sephiroth Blade range. I think that's situational at this point, to be frank. But let's think about it this way: we have avatar weapons that can increase range, right?
I guess I don't. Yeah, I haven't played Raven, so I don't even know, especially with the item all being crap. But
It's not the way it normally is, like from the previous seasons.
yeah, so I'm like, I
So
don't know.
pretty much his avatar weapons can actually increase his range, literally. It's because it's been actually proven since if you put on like a pencil, like from the what do you call it? This it's not schoolwear, I would say, but it's more
From
like
the
of
event.
his, yeah, from the event. Like you have a school, like a back to school sale. You have pretty much the pencil. It can increase his range dramatically on his Z attacks,
Yeah, and there's
his
a lot of
normal
stuff
attacks,
like
weak
that in the
attacks.
game. Cause I remember, I I don't even know if they ever fixed it, but the polar bear suit.
Hmm.
That was the whole thing with the polar bear suit, like making your hitboxes like weird, cause they would hit behind you and all kind of stuff.
Oh, it's because of their
Yeah, cause of the way
body
the suit like
fixations.
messed with your my body composition, it was so weird, and people would like abuse the crap out of it. I don't know if
So
they ever
that's why they
fixed that
wore
or
the
not,
polar
but
bear set. Oh, okay, I got you on that. Now I know the whole entire gist of that thing.
like I don't know if they ever fixed that or not. I guess they knowing how NA is. If they didn't, I'm pretty sure people would still be using it. Maybe I don't know. Maybe it's a pastime and people just don't do it anymore. But whatever. But yeah, I know that was a thing. So there are some things where costumes and stuff can actually
Effect
affect
range.
how your character's range is and whatnot. Mostly on like melee type characters whose weapons actually are their attacks. But yeah. But I'm like, I just feel now, cause I'm on the fence about it, about Blade Master. Well, Furious Blade's normal damage
His normal attack damage.
is ri- it's kind of ridiculous.
He's a physical type character, so I don't know if there were modifications done for his percentages, but however,
Like, I don't know how I feel about it, cause I'm like, I understand it, but at the same time, like, my God, I feel like that shouldn't be a thing though, only because it it gives him a little bit too much reward. I feel like it's too much because if you don't have to, if you can get massive amount of damage without having to use skills, then there is like so much reward in that when it comes to Elsword, because it means you don't really have to waste MP on like anything other than just catching, which we know Furious Blade has a lot of catching utensils.
I don't know for what reason, but I'm just on a negative for that one.
In PvP, bruh, this
I don't
man's.
know, dude. I just feel pretty negative about that one because I'm not good with Furious Blood. I can admit that.
Oh, well, because I'm like, okay, let me put it this way. Kind of like with the Okizeme thing I was talking about with iframes. Berserker Blade,
Oh yeah, definitely.
easy.
If it
Like,
hits you one
easy
time, he
Okizeme
literally
too.
can just catch off of it
You
so
wake up,
easily.
jump in the air, they Berserker Blade, and get you like one wrong guess. Really, I mean, shoot, with the range that move has, you don't really have many options unless you can probably go through a platform or shoot, but that just hits a little bit below platform too. So, and then in the air, he has flash.
Which is another catching tool to actually close distance. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
He has. Don't even get me started on finishing slash, cause that move.
Finishing slash has so many multi hits. If you get caught in the, it actually does finish the entire skill, making it so that you get caught completely by
Like
all the hits.
hits from, cause that jump hits from the back so easily.
And if you can mash it while somebody literally is
Yep.
too
Even
slow,
if it gets
you basically
canceled,
get hit by multiple times.
I was like ridiculous. I'm like,
That's what you meant by his catching tools. Okay, I mean
yeah,
I
bro
understand
has
that.
a lot of catching tools. Like especially with being able to get out of combos for free from the back. Especially
Evacuation.
because I'm like certain like you can't even like certain there are certain times where you can't even attack Furious Blade or Blade Master in certain positions because you'll get caught yourself. Like if you're like on a wall, you don't even probably want to combo a Furious Blade because if evacuation activates and if they're just mashing a Z key and he gets a freaking shadow step out
Yeah, and you're
into a
close to a
shadow
wall. He
piercer,
basically.
yeah,
Yep.
you're on a wall. That jump's gonna hit you, and now you're caught. Now you're basically being punished for hitting him. I'm just like, see, I'm like, so that's why I'm like, there's a lot of, I feel like there is some stuff that needs to change on Furious Blade, but at the same time, like, it's weird because I feel like without those tools, he'd be too trash. But at the
He
same
wouldn't be
time,
able to cut.
that's why I'm on the fence. I'm like, but at the same time, I feel like with those tools, a
Could be
little bit too
abused.
much.
He's a questionable character. Let's just say that.
Yeah, that's why I'm
He's
like,
not really good or bad at the same time. Actually, he has advantages that people will take advantage. I mean, he has abuses that people will take advantage of.
it's
But
basically it's like what it is. That's why I'm like, I know a lot of people. That's why I'm not I guess
bag on him too
blaming
much.
KOG for everything, because a lot of stuff, kind of like I said in that video when we had that little rant, I was like, a lot of stuff is the player base's fault. Like, because KOG basically gave us like with all we have in this game, with all the possibilities they gave us in terms of character development, how in depth you can get with a character in this game is massive. Like you
Yeah,
can really get
you can really build up.
creative with these characters. But
There's just certain characters that don't have too much what you call it commands that can actually fix their combo.
yeah,
You know,
but
combo
even then, I feel
priority.
like if you put enough time into a character, like there are certain
Yeah,
characters where
I
obviously
agree
the
with it.
skill gap is way bigger than others. But I still feel like if you put enough time into a character, it'll come to fruition. We've seen it. There are people who've done combo videos with certain characters that I'll be like, man, that character can't do combos for nothing. And I see a video and I'm just like, oh, well then, never mind. Because I mean, to be honest, uh, Twilight's a good example of that. I feel like Twilight can't do shit in terms of combos. However, I can't lie that there's some people on YouTube that maybe doing some work with Twilight.
Yeah, they be doing some real shit with Twilight. Yeah, I got you.
So I'm like, but the thing about that is, KOG gives us all these tools to do this awesome stuff with the characters,
but
but the
nobody uses
player
them.
base would rather just stick to the
Abuse the
cheese.
meta, which is the
Exactly.
very simple to use, very easy winnable.
Which
But
then, which then is gonna bring in nerfs to certain stuff. They're gonna have to
yep,
nerf certain stuff because people just want to play cheesy with it. And then I'm like, well, there goes something that could have, made the character great in terms of combo capabilities and made something that actually looks cool. But now it has to get nerfed because the player base wants to up and make it all cheesy and just break it. And then they blame, and then some of the player base will blame KOG. Well, stop nerfing my character, and it's KOG's fault for breaking stuff and making stuff so easy. I'm like, well, they put
it's
it
not
in there.
really their fault. They gave you a bunch of possibilities. Really, it's
Yeah, I'm
just
like,
you
they gave you a
do
bunch of
something that another
possibilities.
player did.
The player base is the one that chose to freaking do the stupid stuff and decide to make the character broken by doing cheesy tactics.
Well, it's the fact of what you call it, go with the flow too. That mindset really doesn't promote Elsword to be something different.
Yeah,
I
it
can't
really
say
doesn't.
something big is because what can be big is just people abusing opportunities and the fact that pretty much the advantage they can get. Yeah, it's big. It's big in that aspect too. Like they can do things in tournaments that you would never expect to actually have a winning chance, but then it does.
I'm just like,
That's just off of cheesing too. I'm referring to.
yep.
But to make it different, that word has a lot of context to it. But we explain different, we mean in the normal aspect that Elsword used to be combo based, not necessarily promoting the use of skills damage and all these other stupid, retarded balances that the characters and classes don't really have to be so focused on. Like, I mean, yeah, you're an MMO. You'll get constant criticism. I mean, get constant criticism by the player base because they're unhappy with certain aspects of the game. For instance, what a class can do.
Can't please
If it's
everyone, but
broken, it can basically have a bigger advantage than other classes. And if a person does not play this game on a daily occasion, well, it's not so grand to play this game. They're gonna start saying the game sucks.
yeah, which, to be honest, it's not that Elsword sucks. Elsword is a great game. It's a beautifully done game. Has a lot of potential. It's just that people don't wanna. It's like it's like you got a diamond in your hand covered in dirt, but you don't want to clean it.
You don't want to polish it. You don't want to give practice to it.
Like, yeah, you don't want to polish. You just want to let it be dirty when it could be like the most
The
shiniest, most
the biggest
expensive
the
diamond in the
basic
world, but
the
you don't want to
biggest
clean
the biggest most prized possession you ever had, and we're talking about classes, characters that you make and whatnot, whatever. It's what you want it to be, pretty much.
it. But people just want to throw it in the mud. It's all good. I understand. No, I don't.
I mean, I understand they just want to win, but
Yeah, I think that's
but
one mindset that really kills us. For the whole, I just want to win. It's like,
I mean, they just want to win. That's
like,
relatable.
I
That's
understand, but
relatable.
come on, bruh. Game could be
I
so
don't I
much.
don't complain to the players. I'm just saying
Could be so much better.
if you got let's say for instance an A and B scenario and then there is this and then the B scenario is the one that gives practice to the game. The B scenario is likely to overcome the A scenario, which is the player that plays meta all the time, that does not choke.
Yep.
So technically, a confident player that actually gave time to practice always ends up on the top, even in mirror matches.
See, this is why we need more Senhei Parks in the universe. Even though he's a troll.
He is a troll, yeah.
Russ a troll, but he knows his characters. Rage Hearts. I mean,
You don't really have to say much about Rage Hearts. You just have exploding Nassau hand. You just have, I mean, unending rage. I mean, you just have. What is Rage Hearts really? I mean, like, let's say this.
I
Rage Hearts is
awaken.
just Rage Hearts.
I
We can put
awaken
that
my
into
awaken.
explanation. You know what he has? Derp dives. He has plenty of shockwave hitboxes. He has
Oh
plenty
God,
of burst damage that he can get upon his awakening 3 beat, for instance. A lot of delay.
bro, don't even.
Massive potential and damage.
I'm gonna tell you what Rage Hearts is. I awaken my awakening with the awakening that I just awakened.
He's pretty much Super Saiyan God ascending Super Saiyan and Super Saiyan and above of Super Saiyan, and then he gets into Ultra Instinct, then becomes Ultra Instinct of Ultra Instinct. Yes, that is
Bruh.
Rage Hearts himself. He is a god and an oppressive one in damage.
Ugh.
But with all the
Man, just
utility you have for Rage Hearts, let's give this as an example. With Z drops, you have what you call it tumbles. You have
stumbles, C drops. Yes.
you have airtime. You have a bunch of, let's say, for instance, scenario based
I still can't believe they gave this man tracking like that. That's what killed me.
tracking on his derp dives is ridiculous.
Oh no, I meant when they gave him that maximum dive mod. I was like,
Oh, maximum dive mod. Okay, so
Wait,
his
what?
tracking.
I was like, he can tell. I'm like, he's okay. Okay, I understand. He has a sword. He has a nasod arm.
A
that's
man
like-
with a sword and he has a fist.
and a mad arm. What part of that gave him the ability to teleport? Please tell me.
He exceeded his superhuman ability.
Bruh. Like, see,
That's exactly
happened
what
is-
Rage Hearts is. He's a Saiyan.
what happened is he's able to move so fast that okay, nah. See,
Nah, he's pretty much Furious Blade.
right? I'm like,
with
nah.
super-
Furious Blade
He's
moves
practically
fast.
Furious Blade with superhuman potential.
I'm like, Furious Blade can move fast, and even he don't teleport.
Yeah,
Why
he
is
doesn't
he
teleport, but
teleporting?
Rage Hearts can. That's the fact. Because he's a superhuman, he's mutated because of that Nassau arm.
Tony, why are you dotting in the chat?
It's because I don't know if he wants to actually talk about the whole entire thing with Rika though.
But I mean,
Because he wants to get to that really. He doesn't want to like keep up too long, I guess, waiting.
But I mean, what's there to talk about?
A new Sarah maybe? Unless if
I
he
mean, you
wants to
trying to go
potentially
that far
get a new
already?
Sarah.
I said she was in timeout. I didn't say we like. You trying to go that far already?
No, I mean just a give or take scenario. Who's the person on the list that basically could get tested for that? But you don't want to do work without actually going through completely with it. Is what is
Probably
also a
Reyna.
concern.
Maybe, I don't know.
Reyna a girl?
I mean, now she is.
That voice is concerning. So,
They
anyways,
had a, you know, we'll talk about that another time.
okay, yeah, we'll talk about that another time. That's a bit. Woo-wee. I don't even want to talk about that now. Anyways,
Nova Imperator. All right, look here. Nova Imperator. Remove the goddamn healing. Why is he healing?
oh, he's definitely
Why?
healing. He has the power of his friendship. Not to drag me.
Nah, fam. Why
The
is he
greatest
healing?
creation to ever begin. Nova Imperative, the flexible, the tool given bastard that
bro.
has a bunch of utility.
I need a legit explanation of why he heals.
He's the
part of
character
his
that you need so many explanations, but you have so many questions too, and none of your answers can be made. Why does he heal, first of all, when he dies?
I'm like,
He
why?
he is the wind sneaker of Raven, in other words.
That's all. Just like, but why? What part of his character bio is allowing him to heal after he dies?
Let's
Tell
think
me.
about this. He's not human anymore.
Nah, fam. He's a
And he
human.
can repair himself. He's a weaponized creation of Raven.
I'm
Raven,
sorry.
yes.
But repairing his arm does not repair the rest of his body. Why
Oh
is
yes,
he
it
healing?
does. He has a core for a heart. That's
No.
the phantom fifth factor that we did not see in his profile. That core was never explained. And he's fixing his body
Oh
as
my-
a result of it.
I'm like, no, fam. I don't even know why he has that passive. What? No.
That
I
phantom
refuse
fifth
to die.
factor. The core on his chest. What is that?
This man hit you with the I refuse to die. My friends need me.
Oh my fucking god.
I'm like, what? Who thought of this? Who came
Not
up,
to
who came and said,
drag Neil. Hey, but he's pretty fun to use. That's the best factor about him.
I'm like, I'm over Imperial
He
is
does
fun.
damage. He does hella damage.
It's fun to fight. He does do it. That's fun. I mean, I understand it, the overheat system and all that. Like,
But he's
okay.
not able to cheese you entirely.
Well, actually,
Never mind. Never mind I said that. I actually remembered why.
oh
I
my
actually remembered, yeah, that you can cheese with them too. Never
The only
mind.
thing I want to get to on cheese with him, the only thing is,
I take that back.
please, the skill pause on Ignition Crow, please.
That's napalm alone. Incinerator's different.
It's too long. It's too long. It's too long.
Napalm is so fucking long, and incinerator is just the crow has to pass under your feet.
I'm just
That's
like,
all it is.
I'm like,
But it does not
please.
keep you there for a while, though.
It's like if they they've done it for plenty of other skills. Just please. That's it. That's my only gripe. That's it. Just
It's
that.
just napalm.
Just
Napalm gives
napalm.
you a free catch, but at the expense of 200 MP.
I'm like,
Seems like a reasonable thing, but it's not. Still, it's actually still abusable.
not for his damage. It ain't.
Yeah, for his damage, it's ridiculous. Because I remember Napalm used to do hit stun over time with
Like,
damage.
I'm like, you better work for that damage. This man comes
That
down
man
there,
literally.
whacks you a couple times, throw it out of skill. Don't let him hit you with a revolver cannon. Oh, there's your HP. I'm like, nah, fam, I'm good. He need to work for them catches. So I'm like, it's kind of like how I said with Night Emperor. Like, the burst damage is viable to the class because he has to work to get in. Once he
And
gets,
if he gets debuffed, that's his damage up.
yeah, and I was like, if he gets the catch, okay. But if they can get free catches, I don't care how much MP it costs.
No,
Nah.
that's just abusable. It's
the
sort of
only
like the
thing.
factor where you pretty much have a skill. It just does a long delay, kind of like how Demonic Rush was back in the day with Demonio Transcendence. Oh my god, that skill used to pause people for such a long time, and it bought them a free catch up to 6 seconds of delay.
I
It
would.
was,
I'm like, I would get on
and
the
it has a lot of
damage.
damage.
Eve. Okay, Eve.
Or that's all I think about.
Yep, core. Core's too
But
broken. Of course.
let's think about it this way though. As for those summons, right?
Look here. I'm gonna tell you what they need to do.
Oh boy,
One,
Sentia.
Essentially needs to be removed from the game. There we go. Clean.
Oh my god. No,
Okay, nah.
let's
But for
not
real.
do that.
For
I
real.
mean, she can blow up people if she builds up the MP to get summons.
Okay, one. This is kind of what I was talking about with differentiation between PvP and PvE. One, she should not be able to have 3 summons out in PvP.
Only dimension link, what you call it, scout. That's it.
It's
It
like,
should be literally that way. As for the other guys, just put on freaking.
like even then, I just think it should be a limit. I think she should have kind of like Nisha, one summon out at a time. In
Oh,
PvP.
it's because if she was able to get out 6 summons, she could literally do burst damage. But they're thinking about the class and the aspect of this. What is its real commands and tools? Oh,
Cause I'm like, okay, all right. I'm gonna be fair, cause I like Code Essentia, cause I played her. I like the class. I love the class. So here, I'm gonna give a full rundown of what I feel on this class. In PvP, she needs lower knockdown rate on her normals. That's a buff, people. That's a buff. But I thought you were saying that the class needs to be... Well, listen. She needs lower knockdown because Code Essentia can't combo. Not that she doesn't have combo potential. It's just that her knockdown rate is so high that you can hardly get any combo really going before someone falls just from getting knocked down from your normals. Which, of course, makes people not want to use her normals and just rely on summons because you won't get anything out of it. You're not going to get really any MP. You're mostly going to give your opponent MP and they're going to get a free knockdown because your knockdown rate is too high. So I think she does need lower knockdown rate on her normals. But to go with
Yeah,
that, I think her summons need to be nerfed. I don't think she needs to be having no 3 summons out in no match. Like that's retardedly stupid. Especially
oh, by the way, is this whole talk about just balancing the game, or is it just referring to revamps as well?
revamps and balancing, basically like how I feel the
Okay.
revamps should go. Cause I'm like,
Well, then let's talk about Eve as in general. But this is just a side topic off of Essentia. We're
oh well,
back
yeah,
into
I am
Essentia.
gonna talk about. I know what you mean. Like on Eve, for one,
Man,
her X drops.
stiffness,
Um,
stiffness,
the stiffness
or
on Eve is ridiculous. Like her X drops, I feel like that her X drop should have a little bit more leniency, cause
it's too.
her
It's
ground lag on her X drop is. I feel like she'd be really nice if she could move after her X drop. Let her combo off that. She already
because
doesn't have
it
good knockdown
exists. So
anyways.
why have it
Like,
exists? So why have it as a completely non-collectible or
cause I'm
non-collective?
like
What you
that's
call
what
a
they
hit?
did for Code Nemesis. Cause Code Nemesis, like before her big revamp, almost all her moves knocked down,
Knockdown,
and so they
and
changed
people
it.
used to complain
Yeah,
about it.
cause she couldn't combo. She couldn't combo. She didn't have good neutral game because she couldn't use hardly any of her normals without knocking someone down. There was a time where we all know the
It's sort of
big
like
nerf
Ursher
quake
too,
when
if you think of it.
when Code Nemesis became buff queen. She was just literally there to buff everybody, and that was it. But yeah, like how they revamped Code Nemesis, I think they need to do that for basically Eve in general. Like give her a little more leniency on her up X. Also make get. I don't know why this is only a thing on Code Nemesis. I feel like this should be for all Eves, but her Dash X on Code Nemesis is so good because it doesn't do the second tumble hit.
As for the way you ignore the second tumble hit, you have to do it off of the 4Z command that launches, because that's how it goes for, I think, Sariel and well, just I mean Empress and Battle Soroth in
Yeah,
general
you either have to do it from
from the
further
base
back, like you
command.
have to hit it with like the tip of the electron ball, or you have to like launch them. You have to have like a already launch them a little bit and then relaunch them so the second part misses. But I feel like that would help her combo capability. Also, if there's one nerf I feel like needs to be for all characters with summons. So this goes for Nisha, this goes for um
Oh, then let's think
Lucille's.
about it like this too. Remember the old version of, what was it called? The old version of, like, let's say back to season 1 with Empress, when she summoned Ophelia and Oberon. Like, if a summon's already out, they cannot come out on the battlefield, but at the same time, the last hit for electronic field should not knock down.
Yeah,
What?
that's already isn't that already a thing?
No,
I thought
it's not.
electronic field knocks it down.
Electronic field does knock down.
I thought it launched.
Oh no, it does not. It's because it's summoning Ophelia, right?
Then again, I don't see too many people summon Ophelia for actual hits anymore. They just summon it to have her out. So, you're probably right.
It's following the fact that pretty much what you call it. It's not based upon the renewals after CEM revamp.
Oh,
So
okay.
I have to. It's like pretty much before renewals.
I got you. I got you.
It has core. She has core still, but to tell you the truth, it knocks down for some reason, and I don't understand it.
Just like,
Summon a field that casts an electronic field that continuously damages the enemy. But the thing that ends up happening is Core can catch it for you. I don't know if that's true, but
hey, this is a revamp. That well now, after the last hit, the opponent will be launched into the air.
I thought that was the old version.
No, that's the new one. Cause I was like, I'm pretty sure I've used it when you hit them with it and it launches them in the air for additional combos. Now, but yeah, it used to knock down. But
They revamped that recently.
not recently. This was a while back.
Old version before the 20. I mean, okay, so before the, let's see. It has a bunch of history on it actually.
But I mean, the only thing I was gonna say for summons, I think summons should kind of act like how the little plants act in the underground garden in Feta.
Mm-hmm.
You just kind of pass through them.
Yep.
I think that definitely needs to be a thing. Cause summons are a bit too.
They're a bit too what you call it
Yeah,
obstructing is
they
because
obstruct things a little bit too much and it's in a
it's
really
because with
bad
just
way.
their body blocking.
Especially with, like I said, with Essentia being able to have like 3 summons out,
Yeah, they're
you can't even
obstacles
keep her
literally.
really in a combo because you got like 3 people body blocking you. I'm just like, well, what do I do now? And some people gonna be like, well, just don't let her get 3 summons out.
That's
I'm
kind of
sorry.
impossible because every match they can do that.
I'm like, I'm sorry. Have you fought a code Essentia? Like,
They
especially a
can
high
get
one.
out all 3 summons every match, and the fact that you need to be an actual class that can actually do spread damage,
Yeah,
that can
especially if
actually
you're not a character who can really like crowd control. Sheesh.
you're in a deep hole literally.
Like I don't even know. I don't. Even, I don't want to see how a Night Emperor would fight a code Essentia.
Because they have to literally do every single freaking jump linear to the fact that there's a summon right in front of them. So they have to be aware of the fact that it's gonna body block, and if they can react to that, they will be able to catch the person who summoned. That's a lot of work to do for a
Especially when
melee
there's
class.
3 of them. Huh.
He has to do it linear to every summon that's gonna body block him, and he has to be aware of that.
So I'm like, nah, that needs to go. She
Crowd
need,
control in terms of Knight Emperor, it would be technically Imperial Crusher or Grand Cross.
not to
But
mention,
even then, if they have the MP to get out another 3, well, here we go, back to the drawing board.
I don't know why they nerfed the damage. They made the HP difference in PvP. Like instead of unlimited MP, it's 25%. The damage is different. But with instead of nerfing the HP or anything like that, the first thing they should have been looking at for the summons was their duration. Why the hell do summons stay out for a whole minute, man? Like a match is like what? About 300 some seconds?
Yeah, it lasts about 400 seconds actually. 20.
So I'm like, you telling
That's
me,
arena.
yeah, so I'm like, you telling me they last 60 seconds, a whole minute of a match. They're just there. I'm just like, nah, fam. Not to mention, since she has that stupid passive that, for every hit that her summons get, she gets more MP. And then you can't hit stun her summons. So if you're hitting, so even if the thing is, hitting a code Essentia. Now say her summons like aren't in the way, like say they're behind you, but they're hitting you or something like that. That means you're comboing her. She's getting MP. Her summons are hitting you. She's getting more MP, and so she gets free mana breaks out of your combos, and you're taking damage for hitting her. How is that even remotely fair? Like, really? Come on. Like, I feel like There are some nerfs and some stuff in this game where it's like so obvious that that doesn't need to be there that I'm just like, KOG, really? Come on now. That obviously should not be in PvP. Like, really, that is like, I feel like that is the type of cheese that is in the game, or it almost begs you to use it. It's like, I'm cheesy. I'm the greatest pizza you will ever eat. Eat me. And just like, it's almost like it forces the players to just be like, I need that. Like, yeah, I really hope the revamps touch on that for sure, though. You know what? I'm sad.
Sad about what?
Looking on, I'm looking on Code Empress's page, and this mofo literally has, quite literally, an official artwork of Code Empress's Pizza Hut promotional artwork, and she's holding up a pizza.
What makes you sad about that?
This class is the most cheesiest.
Oh my god.
The most.
This pun.
I feel like they know it. From this picture alone, I feel like they know it.
Within Essentia, if they could do burst with the actual right setup in PvE, they can be top, I don't know about top DPS in a fucking raid, but I don't doubt that they can deal damage, but with active skills and other shit, 3 summons, if Mega Electron Ball did collectively 25 mil per hit, with 4 summons out, I mean, well, before disposable, let's say, not disposable, but discharges a fucking Mega Electron Ball doing, yeah. She could be a DPS character in a raid, but I don't know who would build one.
They don't even get me started on her burst damage when her summons are out.
Tesla Shock.
That Tesla Shock mod.
Or Tesla Flare. Whichever it's called.
Tesla Flare. Little Tesla Flare mod. Or is that code? Sorry. See,
no, Tesla Flare. It's Tesla Flare.
I'm like, no, I'm confused. Okay, it is Flare. But that one hit, all her, just pour her summons around you, Tesla Flare. Oh, where'd my HP go? Like that move is ridiculous. For 100 MP, 100 MP. Oh, you do 1100% damage with 100 MP multiple times for each summon you have.
Fucking hits.
I'm like, that's fair, yo. Guess what? You get no time to mana break it because it's all in one hit.
It's all in one hit multiple times. No mana break.
Just all at once. I'm just like,
just explosive.
I'm like, that's just, yeah. That's beautiful.
Oh, but max hit increasement damage is decreased to 80%. So let's look at it like this.
No, you
Tesla
can't use
Flare
that.
has.
You can't use that trait.
You can't use useful because it really reduces it to 1 hit. And if it was double hits, it would be like, damn.
Oh my god, if useful trait worked with that skill.
With that mod, it would be like, damn, what happened?
You're just gonna see your screen flash and you're gonna see your character laid out on the floor. Oh.
That's an electrical nuke right there.
Oh,
I mean, but like, if it worked in PvE now,
this class would do so much dang damage in PvE.
Oh my god, you'd see everybody maining that bitch.
Raids?
It'd be like, damn, damage free, fuck.
I'm like,
2 hits of 2400, damn, shit, fuck.
Like, I'm pretty sure I can say without a doubt, anybody that plays Code Essentia know they're cheesy. You know you cheesy.
12,000% damage in 4 hits for 100 MP. That sounds pretty good.
I'm like, you know dang well you're cheesy. If you play Code Essentia in PvP, and you know you one of them mofos that just run away and rely on your summons.
Kevin, put it like this. Put it like this. What would you think about having double hits, 24,000 percentage magical damage in
Nah,
100 MP?
wait, don't talk to me.
Fucking hell!
I'm just looking at folks like, you the type of person, if you play this class like that, you the type of person that sit at your
Gross.
screen and be like, yeah,
I feel good. That's what the person says. I feel great.
I rule
I feel
this.
powerful, and then just explodes it.
You the type, I'm like, you the type of person that sit there and do the little freaking princess hair flip every time you win a match, even if you're a guy. You
Oh
just
my
like,
fucking god.
you trying to get into your freaking Code Essentia persona.
Oh my fucking gosh. That would have been like, you need to get off this game.
So I'm just like, yeah,
Who are you?
you know what type of person you is if you play this character like that.
That's like doing fucking what you call it, Night Emperor's hyperactive if it was double hits now the mod.
Mm.
But in 100 MP, you know how much of a fucking exploit is that? But like, dude, still, you do 12k magical percentage in fucking 100 MP for 8 seconds. That is,
I'm over
I
here
don't know
like,
who's not maining this class. They're doing something wrong.
I look at Code Sario, I'm just like, no one plays that class unless it's PvE or Baffle.
I mean, in PvP, yeah, you got our burst, which is supposed to be Deviant code.
Huh. My Code Ultimate is just core the character.
I don't even want to talk about core. I just wanted to make it like Ravens. Like enough of this core catching fucking utility. That's why they need to overhaul base heave because that X drop needs to be fixed already. I hate this core bullshit with the multiple hits. I mean it makes it unique, but dude, there's so much fucking shit about that core
Like,
that you're just trying to outrun it, but then it auto tracks.
where is Jude? I know he wanted to get on.
Chung, but he wanted to do Fatal Phantom.
Yes.
Now we gotta ping his ass for that.
I just gotta hold on.
I'm gonna get Jude over here. At Rin. I think I have his phone number still, if I'm not mistaken.
Hold on. Just gotta grab this. Gotta. Yeet. Where is it?
I just pinged him in. I said Chung time, and that's all he needs to know. Oh boy, Chung time. Comic Crusader, baby. Because I could have sworn, dude. I've looked at the patch, the recent rebalance on KOG's actual website not KOG's actual website, but Elsword Nexon in Korea, of course. I've looked at that balance. And boy, they increased the damage for Bloodlust 50%, but in PvE, it's 30% in PvP, which I'm happy because the class, if you were to like, well, actually, let me not stop. I mean, let me stop talking about that because that goes for later. That's just an off-topic thing in either way. But let me look at Comic Crusader. Oh yes, Kevin, it's been reduced. Rage of Guardian mod. The black hole range is reduced. And this is by the date of the 25th that's about to be coming, so yeah, it got nerfed.
So we didn't get that patch yet.
No, that's the one that KR is about to get.
Wait, the 25th?
It's on the 25th for KR. Rage of Guardian gets nerfed black hole range.
Where?
Right here? Okay, I'll show you.
Because I'm like, the only thing I
I'll
saw on the
post it.
25th was for the pit revamp.
No, there's balance patch too.
Wait.
I'll send it to your DMs right now.
Let me refresh the
Where are you?
page.
Here you go. It's elswordnexon.com. It's not Babel.
God damn it, tuna fish. Update your I sure was about to say, I didn't see any patch notes because I only check Babel. I rely on tuna fish for my updates.
I just basically what you call it. Like, you can scroll down to Chong.
Aw, snap, I ain't seen these yet. God, tuna fish, you supposed to be.
Translation guy.
Yeah. Alright, hold on. Let me bring this up in Chrome.
Oh, it's all Devi? Are you kidding me? Balance patches for Devi.
But see, I ain't know. See, I'm over here talking about the characters. I ain't even know what extra stuff they ain't done yet. See, I might be talking about some stuff they ain't already done. Hold up. Let me see a little something real quick.
Oh, but these summons though, Kevin.
I can't wait for them summons, but
Oh my god. They
Rune,
they will
Rune
receive
Meister.
increased critical damage,
Let me see.
physical and magical attack power. Fuck.
Did Rune Meister? Rune Meister got buffed?
Meister. Yep.
Okay.
Wait, did he? Oh
Huh.
yeah, he got buffed. He got buffed. Runes.
Okay.
So it says rune skill 3 times when using any skill. But what it means by that, let me go check Babel to compare now, because that's his new heights
See,
passive.
Sorcerer got buffed a little bit. Phantom Breathing got faster. His skill cast is faster. That's what's
Yeah,
up,
his
see?
skill cast is fit.
There you go, Sorcerer. I'm not
Let's check out
apologizing.
I'm not apologizing. I'm not apologizing.
Magic Missile. So the MP. See, goddamn, this is why I don't like Google. Can I get a better translation?
Magic missile. The MP turn. Okay, so the MP per hit is reduced.
Yeah.
The time to apply stiffness to the blow is shortened. So
I'm
pretty
guessing that
much
has
the
to do
hit
with
stun
hit
is
stun.
reduced. The hit stun is reduced in translation.
Thank you.
Phantom breathing has a faster skill cast time.
Let's see.
Let's see.
Persistent Mind. I have no idea. These, you see, this is why I need tuna fish in my life.
Okay, so persistent mind, cooldown decrease, which is pretty much what wind sneaker,
Yeah.
or is it T wind sneaker?
Uh, Google. Why your translation suck? You're supposed to be Google. You're supposed to know everything.
Okay, rune 2 dogs create and maintain reduce with all skill cooldown. What the fuck does that even mean?
Rena has dogs now, apparently.
Now I gotta go based off of interpretation.
Y'all hear that, guys? Rena's getting dogs in her next update.
Nigga, rune. Oh, runes required for rune enlightenment. Okay, so rune commands will leave behind a stationary rune which deals damage over time. Having 2 runes on the field will decrease all special active cooldown 4 runes in PvP. So, what it means by this now, that means any skill, right? Special active cooldown.
Ooh.
It requires what you call it. It requires 3 of the runes to be on the field.
Ooh.
Instead to decrease the cooldown.
Ooh.
What happened? You
My
burned?
boy.
Something burned for Rena? Something burned?
Nah, something burned for Rage Hearts. God dang.
You checking up something else. About to go check up what you call it. This wind sneaker though.
Confidence and Victory got nerfed.
Yup, it did.
Oh, they hit this man hard with Subliminal Rage.
Yep, I saw that too.
Only from 16% to 4% awakening charge. And then the awakening time reduction went to 50%. It get reduced by 50. Whew.
Okay, so persistent mind. Wind sneaker. Persistent mind. Is that supposed to be persistent mind? Let's see, persistent mind. That would be.
See, we have a problem.
Oh, that's not persistent mind. That's our Elena.
KLG, we have a problem.
What is the problem?
What is this? What is this? What is this on Eve? Why?
Eve?
Why?
Oh yeah, definitely. You saw all of that.
Why?
I think
Why
that's
is
for
all
the
her
summon
summons
itself.
getting buffed?
The summons are getting damage increases.
Oh, decreases?
No, damage increases for their individual attacks.
I'm just saying. At first, I had a little hope. Oh, decreases? It says increases. If you say
No, no, no,
decreases,
no, no. It's not for the skill itself. It's not for the skill itself. We're talking about the summons having damage that's increased.
that's still nasty.
That is fucking broken. I got you on that.
Oh, hi. Oh my god.
It's gonna happen in Empire Sword too. That shit's gonna have increased damage in physical and magical attack power.
So,
That summon, that big ass sword, yeah, it's gonna hit more damage.
but it already hit stupid hard.
Yeah, now it gets more.
Oh, Firewall got nerfed technically.
Let me go check it out.
20% more damage for less MP.
Don't read the thing that says salt.
Blazing.
It's because I looked for that skill from Elysis, right? It was supposed to be what you call their transcendence skill. The transcendence passive, at least.
Yeah, I know what it is. Because I can tell by what the skills it's talking about.
Mistress of Inferno, that's what it's talking about.
Firewall.
But it's labeled salt. Why? I don't know. Anyways.
I'm gonna have to wait for what's the name to get freaking. What is this? Really?
Apocalypse gets a damage increase too. Oh my god.
Paradox was not touched at all.
Nope. No damage increase, no damage decrease. But the good thing is what they did for Diablo, right? You know the command knockdown value? It used to be 35%. So pretty much it's now reduced by 20%. So in bound combo, right? People could fall out of it.
Oh, thank God. But you know what they didn't do?
Reduce the damage on it.
Exactly.
But guess this. Now, Demon Invasion, right? For Demonio. I looked at it and I thought it was mesmerizing for a moment. And then I read more in depth that Demon's Invasion itself, or invasion of demonic energy, pretty much when you hit a duplicate enemy within 3 seconds with a command or active attack, that active has its damage increase and will reduce knockdown. Remember how we had 40 knockdown reduction?
Got moved to 20, huh?
Yup.
And then only
Which is a good thing, and they gutted their damage by 15%. So bound combo cannot hit you for burst damage anymore like that. It got reduced in half. That's why their damage was so stupidly high before.
That's good. I still think they need to lower the actual percentages of the
Percentages
hits,
down.
but I'm glad that
But they reduced it so that their normal attacks would be actually their normal attacks, not fucking ridiculous.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
Like a
whoa,
special
whoa,
active.
whoa, 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 whoa.
Hmm? What are you looking at?
Chemistry?
Chemistry is pretty much the thing that I knew about, like with Diablo. Let's check it up.
Chance to...
Chemistry is their knockdown reduction. Let's see what it says.
No. 15%?
Instead of 35.
I might have to start using, wasn't it?
What?
Freaking spar accessories. Get that extra
They
knockdown rate.
could not knock you down before.
Yeah, I'm saying I want to make it even further. I want to just fall out of it every time. Because I'm so tired
The
of
standby
goddamn
character
bound
can now.
combos.
Oh, the standby character can now be used continue combos with the switch key with a chance of now consuming any additional CP. Adjust the force required to strike and lower down the knockdown amount of all command attacks. So we're talking about it had knockdown decrease in general. They had a bunch of knockdown decrease before, which you had to mana break, But
Oh
with
my
D&D,
god, yeah. I'm sorry.
what happened?
No, I was looking at Crimson Rock. I'm so glad they nerfed that death by revolver. That freaking
Oh, her
that
damage
passive that
increase was
increased
fucked up.
increased freaking Crimson Rose's damage like hell of a lot.
Hmm.
Oh, I'm so glad they nerfed the crap out of that by like half too. Oh, well, actually more than that because they nerfed each part of it. So, yes.
But yeah, going back to where we were at, we're talking about Sario. But we finished with that topic, and now we're on Comic Crusader, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, Eve just. I don't even know what to say about Eve. There's so much stuff wrong with that character. It's ridiculous.
It's just like to not fix what you call it. The fact that they cannot fix well, not the fact that they cannot fix, but they can fix the X drop on it. But they just don't want every character to be too similar, I think.
I don't really think making Eve have an X drop would make her too similar to other characters that also have it. I mean, Ad has an X drop, but he's not a nail boy.
He's not an L-boy because it hits twice and it can actually knock down if you do it incorrectly.
Yeah, so I'm like,
So it has a risk factor to it.
I just
That's
don't
just only if the player knows, though.
see. I can't talk about Sario because I don't really look into that character too much. Not to mention, I have not seen. I don't see Sarios anymore. I swear. Like, other than Vav, who, yeah, mofo says I don't play the game anymore, but lies.
Well, all of the other aspects for these characters, not too bad, but not too bad at all actually.
Yeah, only thing is essentially just I'm sorry, them summons need to be nerfed. They need to be gutted.
Oh
Like it's
man,
not
they're
even
about to do some damage.
like like it's like fighting Essentially in PvP. It's not even PvP anymore. It's it's you versus mobs. You're dungeoning. You are dungeoning in PvP if you're fighting an Essentia.
Yep. And you have to have a character that can deal with crowd control, or that can do
Basically,
crowd control.
Karma Crusader.
Imagine bringing Siege Arrow into PvP as a freaking, I don't know, as an Animos. Imagine
Oh,
bringing that.
do they even use Siege anymore?
I mean, it deals some damn good damage
Yeah, I
if you
just
get
think
hit by it.
people on NA, people just don't like to think outside the box nowadays.
No, it's for the ones that actually truly love Rena, not like. I mean, the ones that truly love Rena is like they could be anybody, but I'm talking about in the context of you played the character so much that you wanted to do something else aside from the meta.
It's like, huh? Well, I believe that when I see more of it.
Because we've seen rare cases where back in the day, well, that's back in the
Back
day.
in the day, back in the day, you mean? Like Comic Crusade. Oh, but this boy, hey, you know that boy Comic Crusader, right?
Mm-hmm.
He should probably go. I believe every Comic Crusader should be like Tetsu. Just don't become a Comic Crusader. Don't even do it. This man's so cheesy, it's ridiculous.
Burst Wolf mod,
Look at my burst wolf.
Rage of God.
Look at my land smash. Look at my. See, once again, this another thing I was talking about. Black holes and on wake up and all that stupid stuff. Land demolisher. Another crazy Okizeme tool because you can't use skills on wake up on your own wake up in iframes if someone uses land demolisher on you. Stupid. And on a class like Comic Crusader, who if you can't use skills, well, good luck. I'm like, that you can't use skills. The moment you try to jump up, by the time you get out of range of Land Demolisher, that, well, hey, here's a burst wolf. Get right back over here, big fella. Like, this man literally has so much. And then what kills me? What kills me is the fact that Burst Wolf has a reverse trait. Like, why? This man can drag you in from um like almost full screen for 50 MP. Like what? Why? Like, just why? Why? I don't understand. Just that thing. It's just that literally like that single skill. That freaking. I would be petty and be like, and this man has way too much defense, but I mean that's how the class is supposed to be. So, like, I don't really mind that, but just Burst Wolf, freaking. Again, like it's kind of like what I was talking about with freaking. I can't even remember Immortal skill right now.
What you call it? Final strike?
No. Freaking sword blasting.
Oh, sword blasting?
It's
The
kind of like what I was
icons?
talking about with sword blasting. Leap. And the same thing with leap. Like they didn't modify the skill. They didn't make it different. They just made it spammable. Like that's no. Within 7 seconds, you can do leap 5 times.
Jesus Christ.
And I'm like, the only saving grace for this is the fact that it does, like, unlike sword blasting, it actually does cost MP for each additional use. That's the only, like, saving grace for that. But even then, it's like, bruh. Tell me this man can just be leaping across the stage with a black hole effect. If he touches you, you get dragged in by it 5 times in a row. Just like, why?
He's just like, bruh. So many fucking funny ass aspects of this game.
I'm just like, who thought of this? Like, what? Let's make him stomp all over the goddamn stage. But why? Like, wasn't his, like, you know, wasn't his main thing supposed to be about yelling originally? Now you got this man jumping across the stage like he's the Hulk. It's like, you people, oof. Actually, no, wasn't his main thing supposed to be about guarding? He was supposed to be a guardian. You know what I'm saying? He's supposed to be all defensive and stuff. Why the hell is he leaping around like some goddamn madman? Like, yeah. And I'm like, don't even get me started on Land Smash. Like, that joint is same lingering hitbox.
If wow, I actually did not notice the fact that Soul Infest or freaking Innocent actually deals some considerable damage.
Heck yeah, Soul Infest does mad damage.
I remember when that Catastrophe fucking bug was out.
I'm trying to like go nice and slow. I thought Jude would be back for the the Fatal Phantom.
He's not coming back. He's just overran by family.
Hey, oh, that's crazy. But Fatal Phantom needs to be removed from the game, though. That's kind of. But nah, fam. Fatal Phantom just need. Okay, first of all, if you play Fatal Phantom, you already know. Burning Punisher? Nah. Nah. Nah, both versions. Especially the mod version. That damage? Nah. Nah. That's ridiculous. It tracks. I'm like, it has too much stuff going for it. Too much. Like, it tracks you. It does mad damage. You. I
Oh,
don't even
let's
think you can.
talk about
Can
the
you
fact
even?
where you were trying to talking about that good old bullet blitz.
I'm sorry. Bullet Bliss is stupid now. It's like, okay. Put it this way. So, if anyone remembers when not Mad Paradox, but when Diabolic Esper had the no mana break trait on Stardust Shower, that move was broken.
Start a shower, no mana break. Fuck. Shit would just capsize you. Why didn't they just make Stardust showers unmodded? Just do one hit. If they're doing a lot of one hits, now that we think about it,
I don't know. It's not even. I'm like, it's not even
it'll be like
a
a second gravity
PvP.
buster at this point, though.
Yeah, I'm like, it's not even a PvP skill really, but this move does like Burning Punisher is stupid. Stupid. It's mad.
Burn it. I mean,
Especially
for
because
if we think about it this way, Kevin, they could have just done. Well, actually, Gravity Buster has never been modded yet, has it?
wait, what?
Gravity Buster has never been modded, right?
No.
Okay, so they're probably gonna do the same thing like they did with Assault Spear on it. Once it hits the ground, it explodes.
Maybe.
I can envision that at least.
Or they're gonna make it hit you and take 100 MP away. You know what?
God damn it!
Stop.
Not a
Stop.
Luna Blade.
I'm gonna stop. This is
He's already an MP still class. A Luna Blade makes it worse.
We gonna get there. We gonna get there. Not right now.
Anyways,
Whew. I'm saving it for that because. That's crazy. We can experience some technical difficulties all of a sudden. I think it's because I'm getting on all these characters.
bro. Like, chill out.
But
I'm gonna just get off of it, Wiki. I don't know what's going on there, but I don't want to see that page.
but freaking Blood Blitz, like I was saying, the fact that it has a no mana break trait is redunculous because it keeps you still for too long. Not as I'm not gonna say
in a
as
nutshell.
long as Stardust Shower. Like Stardust Shower was broken because that junk did mad damage, mad amount of hits, and you couldn't mana break nothing. But still,
We're about to get to the key part though. After this, we can talk about the chung of all chungs, baby. Let's talk about the one in a nutshell, the trooper.
bro, this man, you mean hashtag?
Centurion Black Hole Master, full of damage if he hits one on you.
Bro, look at my black hole. Bro, look at my Bro, look how much. Look at my nades.
Look at my spam ability with what
nades.
you call a Big Bang stream. Let me look at my what you call it.
Bro, this man. I need L Wiki right now to be honest, because I need to know how much MP Big Bang Strength. How much you want to bet
Big
that
Bang
I?
Stream costs 80 MP most likely, if I were to tell
Bruh,
you from my memory.
because I'm like that. I see them
That
spam that move, so
skill
I'm just
has
like,
so much.
why is this skill so spam? This is like a 240 MP skill. Like
To
should
tell
be.
you the truth, Kevin, if like the only way that that skill would be fixed is if all grenades hit the ground and exploded, but
That's another thing. Grenades should not last that goddamn long.
they last for literally 8 seconds lifetime.
And I'm just like, why? Why you last that long? Why are you still
If it
here?
lasted 20 seconds, I would have been mortified.
I'm just like, why are you still here? Like this entire time, like, I can just sit back, and then while those grenades are sitting around, guess what he's doing?
He's just setting up for another fucking siege.
Right? Throwing out more grenades. Yeah. Yeah, I got
You
more
got
grenades
elastic
for you.
grenades, you got siege for fucking
And then,
days.
okay, Siege should have more knockdown because the fact that this man can go into Awakening and just literally siege you to death, like, it just says infinite cannonballs just sitting there. Siege, siege, siege. I'm just like, I'm like, hello? Can can you stop shooting me? Will I ever fall? No? Alright, I'm just stuck here, huh? So I'm forced to magna break. I just have to magna break. And all he has to do is just keep pressing that X button. Oh yeah, this class is really hard. And then if he wants to, black hole. And then restart shooting again. And he gets extra damage from it. Oh yeah, this class is real hard. Throw grenades on the ground. More siege. Put traps on the ground. Now I got a mortar firing at you. Put this debuff on you. Now I got missiles coming from the air. How much skill did it take to do all this? Absolutely none. Yeah, this is the life. You mashing that X key. I don't understand how they come up with some of these characters. Like I really don't. Like who came up with this stuff? Like, Derek, explain to me.
Hmm? Oh, Centurion? I just deal with it now, to be honest. I just deal with it. I could not care less anymore about them. Like, I see them everywhere. Like, it's just, ugh, no. It's like, I don't give a damn anymore. Whatever, I'm
it's,
fighting a Centurion now, I guess.
it's like, oh, I got MP. Let me put this field down, give myself super armor and MP gain. Alright. Back to Sage chilling. Yep.
Back to sieging, definitely. Heavy guns, baby. We're gonna put a black hole in space on you.
Just camping away.
And now I got the siege shelling over here, ready to shoot you down. If you rise up too high, just X drop your ass.
Like, I swear, if you
Continue.
play Centurion, you are an avid player of every Call of Duty game. Call of Duty is your life. You have Call of Duty wallpapers for your background. You have posters on your room. Matter of fact, you have an entire sanctum in your basement dedicated to camping and Call of Duty.
To tell you the truth, there's only oddball Centurions that actually can play the class flashy, but
To be
that's
honest, I play Centurion. Well, I ain't even play Centurion. I play Tactical Trooper. And I can say Tactical Trooper alone, the man has combos. That man definitely has combos. And they're not even that hard. This man can be flashy if he wants to. Like,
yeah, because you have what you call it. You have X sweep. You have freaking you
he
have
has X
stops.
sweeps. He has, like, the man even has, like, Sage cancel combos. Like, you can
Yeah,
launch
siege
somebody
cancels
high
where
up
you
in the
could
air,
pretty
cancel the
much.
Sage, and then re-catch them with X drops. Like, bro has hella potential as a combo character. Like, not even like, so if anybody ever tells
He
me
has
some,
cheese factor. He has PVE. He has bossing. He has freaking everything technically in a character.
I'm just like,
Long range, he has short range. He has oppressiveness. That literally is a freaking perfect character if you think about it for the for an MMO aspect because he has defense as well. Let's not forget, Centurions are not completely easy to kill.
so I'm like, I think for one, there should be a max number of siege shells that you can fire, even when in awakening. Shouldn't just be able to sit there and
So
go boom,
if it consumes
boom.
pretty much cannon shells now,
Like I don't say it has to, cause I understand the whole um infinite cannonballs is a thing. What I'm saying is there should be like a moment when he's sieging, where if he sieges a certain amount, it should automatically go into the knockdown or a blast back or something like that. Not just siege all day long. Something like that. That's stupid. Like he already has way too much utility as it is. Like for one, grenades shouldn't last this long. Two, um, Big Bang Stream should cost way more MP because that is not no low MP skill. That skill is not worthy of having low MP. Should not be spammable. Should have way more cooldown. Nah.
people are fucking 2v2 this hour. That's fucking crazy.
It's like, oh, this John is back up. What? And I know a lot of these are mostly nerfs that I'm saying, but it's because a lot of the stuff that could balance his game is with it nerfs.
I only played Innocent once in Arena, to tell you the truth. I enjoy it, but at the same time, uh, I just
Or,
want to figure out how to a way to make it tanky, to tell you the truth, aside from using sacrifice.
alright,
Like,
so
at least get the 550k HP.
R just needs to be removed from this game. Alright, moving on to Nemesis. Wait, what's that? Oh, you thought I was joking? Nah, she really needs to be removed from the game. Like, I don't think you understand.
She's not a part of this game, just like how Labby is not. Labby has so much fixations that, well, technically they can, nah. We'll wait till Labby. We'll wait till Labby. But Ara, you're not a part of this game for some reason. You just got so much bullshit.
She got way too much. She got way too much bullcrap.
You got so
Like,
much
oh my
bullshit.
God. Look, I got skill councils. I got stoic. I got debuffs. I got massive attack speed. I got
I
good
got range on my commands.
I got range on my normal commands.
I got annoyance factor by just literally walking up on you and then not even being close to you and then hitting an active that black holes you. Damn, I'm pretty good.
Bruh, tell me, I got counters. I got, whew, I got everything.
And even if I lag, you still won't see the star from counter in the show.
Bruh, I'm just
Nigga,
like,
stop it.
like, I dare someone tell me what Aura doesn't have. I got double jumps. I got, I'm like, I got double jumps. I
She
got
can
air
actually spring
runs.
step.
I got air runs. I can spring step if I wanna. I'm like, hello? Like, please, someone, like, if this video does get a lot of views, if someone makes it to this part and plays Aura, I need you to tell me what Aura doesn't have. I need you to tell me what Aura does not struggle, what she does struggle with. Like, cause I don't see this character, like, I don't see Aura in any of her classes really struggling. Like, bruh. Like, I'm trying to think. I don't see it, bro. Cause like when each one of your classes can follow the same tactic, and it works on all of them. Like every last one of our classes can just mash X, and it works for every class. Like legit, she can literally just sit there and X, 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 her oppressiveness is. I
I think
need
I
you.
might play another class to tell you the truth. I need something completely different to play. Lucio, Lucio, aside from the D'Angeline, kind of disappoints me combo wise, but
It's like I
because
don't
I don't
even
think
know.
I'd be even able to pull off this near the same tier of combos that I do on Catastrophe.
I I really don't even know how to balance this class.
I just want more. I just want more utility with combos. Like I'm serious on that part.
Okay, for one, here's a really good one. If our links a skill to another skill, every skill that comes within that chain after the first skill should not have a skill pause.
Because the initial hit stun mark actually fucking just hits you and keeps you still already.
Yeah, because I'm like, initial skill already has skill pause. If she didn't like get a catch with it or didn't make it in with that, she shouldn't be able to. All right, here's one skill. Here's another skill. Here's another one.
You
All
know
right,
what would be funny? If KOG could actually demonstrate what a character looks like without something,
that would be nice.
and
Like a test server.
starts doing what if series is pretty much.
Like honestly, they could easily like that would be
That means
nice.
it promotes their work. It literally promotes their work in seeing if the balance actually truly works for that idea.
So I'm like,
So it would help their idea of balancing a character be a
before they
lot
just
better. It's a
throw it
what if.
into the game and be like, all right, here's the revamp, and then it turns out that it's horrible, and people are like, what the?
They do a what if, like they don't test it really with the main game, but they basically show a demonstration of what could happen if
You
this
know,
specific thing.
Jiku was saying something about that in the stream when he was talking about how they go over stuff like on the test server when he was like, they obviously knows this stuff was obviously broken, but somehow it still made it into the actual release, and I was like, eh,
The North America version of Elsword, I don't think they even have any true handling over the internal game's animations and all that.
of course not. We just have to follow what everyone else does, other than probably like
But
in-game events maybe. I'm like,
in-game events could go differently. I'm serious on that one.
well, yeah,
They
that's
could
what I said.
seriously go
I said
different.
other than in-game events. Like I think they do those themselves, but other than that, they have like no control over the game whatsoever. Apparently, other than just sending in our feedback and hoping that KRKOG goes, well, that does sound like a good idea. Because I think what Jika told me was that the NA community, or at least the GMs over here, will like send in our feedback, but then the KR people, they won't really see like the reasoning or whatnot behind why we're saying what we're saying, and they'll just be like, why should we change that? Just like, and they're just like, really? So it's not the
Hmm.
American side of KOG. It's not the KOG over here in the US, really. Like GQ literally was telling me, it's literally like the actual KR developers of the game going like, well, we don't really see a reason to change that. And I'm just like, really? What do you mean you don't see a reason to change? It's like y'all funny. Y'all's real funny. Which that's on our side, but at the same time, I mean, looking at it from the KR standpoint, I can kind of tell where they're coming from because there aren't as many. You see a lot better, more, I guess, wholesome gameplay in KR than you do over here in cheesy America. So they might not see a biggest reason to change things because, well, maybe people over there aren't being as dickish about the gameplay as they are over here. Which is kind of like what made me come to that conclusion about it's not really just KOG's fault. It's kind of player base. Cause y'all don't have to play like that. Y'all choose to. But R, yeah, I don't really know what to say about R. I'm sorry. She just needs her to be removed from the game. She needs to go. But, I mean, not really. I like R, but I hate her at the same time. I feel like she just has too much, but too little. I just feel like she's way too easy. She's just way too easy. Like if I'm comparing her to the other characters and stuff, I guess I don't feel like she's too broken. But, just, I might come back to this one. This is one character I'm just like, I don't know what the flip to do with this. Alright, I might be biased. I might be a little biased here. I might be just a little bit, but sorry, but Ellis is the most balanced character in the game. You cannot tell me otherwise.
Flame Lord.
Look. I said Ellis's. I don't know who this Flame Lord is, but
Flame Lord. Flame Lord the character. Flame Lord, Fire Knight, Blazing Heart. I don't know what else. Blazing Heart Transcendence.
I never heard of that class.
The middle part is just a fucking white block.
So she doesn't have a second. She doesn't have a second pass. She has a first and a third. I'm just like, okay. I'm sorry, but Empire Sword, most balanced character in the game. I don't care. Like, I don't care. might be a little, I don't know. That could be stemming from me playing the character too much, so I can't really talk. But I don't know. To me personally, I feel like Empire Sword is like most balanced character in the game. Good combo potential. Not. Actually, I don't really know too much. I don't really know too much cheese with Empire Sword. Trying to think. Maybe like her. She does have some. I mean, she got some crazy Okizeme tools. Like, she can kind of get you on wake up, but it's a lot of risk reward in that. Like, she has good like stuff like ooh, can't even think of the name. Hold on. Sonic Blade. Maybe. I mean, I can't even really say Sonic Blade is that good of an Okizeme tool anymore. It's not like freaking Night Emperor Sonic Blade with that huge ass range. But I don't know. I don't know, Derek. What you think? I'm sorry, but I think Empire Sword is like the most balanced character in the game.
Empire Sword. Well, it could be.
Like nerf
Let's
her
see.
speed? Nah, I can't even say nerf her speed because speed is the way some of these
Empire
characters
Sword.
go.
She's a stable class to use, but if you use certain skills, like let's for instance Juggernaut Buster mod, does heavy damage, does good rush down. Her rushing sword could be abused,
Yeah,
but
rushing sword can definitely be abused.
it's just what you call it. It's just
Like, I'm sorry, I can't find anything wrong. Like, she's balanced as a class. There's one class where I'd be like, KOG, yeah, this is what the other classes need to. Oh no, I might be biased. Empire Sword has like all my love. But I will. I guess I'll talk about this Flame Lord thing. um, I don't even know what to say about Flame Lord, fam. I'm sorry.
Yeah, build up and can do burst damage off of the
She
build up.
does
So
good burst damage. Has rain. Like I mean, I don't know where. I wouldn't know where to hit her at. Like I wouldn't say her. Like her combo commands are fine. Skill wise, I will say, because I think most of her, okay, most of her overpowered points don't really come from too much her skills, other than Firewall being a nuisance. It's more of her passives,
her passives actually can make her strong. That's the only thing about.
cause she do, like, after she's, like, once she hits you with a good amount of hits, she get a good combo on you.
Then she does her real damage,
Yeah,
but
she do massive, like she can do massive damage to you with like no skills. Like freaking her ZXXX. Whew. Like that thing hits hard, especially when you like she got a lot of burn debuffs on you and stuff. And oh my god. Like I think they need to take some of her. Really, it's just her damage needs to be just that damage, fam. That damage. Oh, and I guess I will say for sure, I don't think Firewall should be as abusable as it is. Like it like it has tracking, keeps you pretty much stuck in place for a good second. Has MP burn. I mean, and then it applies her debuffs, so then she can get freaking Avatar Fire off, get plenty MP back from it. It doesn't cost much MP to use in the first place, so I say maybe make Firewall cost more MP, so it's not so abusable. Because even if it has low cooldown, like low cooldown doesn't even matter to Flame Lord, because she picks up a flower that reduces cooldown. She has if it's in a Transcendent slot that reduces cooldown, so cooldown wouldn't even work as a nerf for Flame Lord. Like that move itself needs to cost more MP.
oh man, Flame Lord.
Also, KOG, look here. Look here. Look hither. I know if anyone has seen I think that was Disrespect Volume 2 on my channel, then you know that Soul Ignition need to be nerfed. Gotta be nerfed. I'm sorry. It has to be nerfed. Junk can last 20 seconds. It can last 20 seconds. It has massive tracking.
It's like pretty much having a magic missile, but you could do it multiple times
Yeah, it's
without
like having
delaying
a
the
magic
party.
missile that you can send out to hit your opponent whenever you want. Especially, like I was saying, in Disrespect Volume 2, you saw, like, remember what I did when I was, if you know how to do, like, rapid X drops with Ellis's, you can
Yep.
just, like, literally move forward while doing X drops while constantly sending out Soul Ignition flares. Bruh. Yeah. Nah. This skill needs to last, like, 10 seconds. it does damage on activation. That's all they need. A little bit extra burning while they get the combo. 10 seconds of being able to track down the opponent if need be, but that's it.
Then we skip over to Bloody Queen after.
I mean, I can't really, I can't really harp on Bloody Queen too much because the learning gap for Bloody Queen is like if you're good at playing Bloody Queen, like in any form of fashion, like cause you can't. There's not much. There's not too much cheese on Bloody Queen. You have to be good at Bloody Queen. Like there's no. I'm just gonna go
She's
into PvP and like she used to be that way. Like especially like that stupid chaser sword having crazy pauses on it, and
crazy delay.
and freaking injection stigma costing like what 0 MP.
Jesus Christ.
It's like stuff like that. But they nerfed all that. Like so. To be honest, if you're gonna play Bloody Queen, you have to be. You gotta be good. Like I can't even lie. And that's in like, and that's saying a lot because that's in both PvP and PvE. Like you have to be good at the class. She does not have. She's not a cheesy character. That's all I can say is like I would almost say Bloody Queen is probably. If it wasn't for her, some of her passives with all that HP regain and her survivability and stuff like that, that's kind of. But I mean, I understand that's how the class is, and it isn't too broken. Like she isn't as broken with it as freaking Nova Imperator or freaking Yamaraja. Just get health back instantly when she dies or stuff like that. Not to mean there's a risk factor to it with how many skills she has to be able to use to stay alive, even if she does die afterwards. Like, you know, the risk reward factor for it, I feel like that's how resurrection passive should be. It shouldn't be something that's just built into the character and oh, you died? Well, here's a little pick me up for you. Kind of like that's one thing I would say about Nisha that they did correctly. Like, okay, although it's still kind of broken, but you know, she resurrects, she gets up, but she only has 5 seconds to do anything, and she dies automatically. Stuff like that.
Yep.
It shouldn't be like Nova Imperator. Oh, you died? Okay, here's some invincibility frames, a knockdown, and some health back. What? Let me reward you for dying. Like, nah, that's stupid, especially in PvP. Like, I see if that was PvE, okay, a little reward for, you know, because a lot of stupid stuff happens in PvE, especially with like one shots with some of these goddamn mobs and raids and stuff like that. Okay, but in PvP, you just oh you died. Here's a reward. Like nah, that needs to stop. But no, I can't really talk. I can't talk crap about Bloody Queen. If anything, I say probably give her some buffs to her combo capabilities. Maybe give her a little.
Now you see up on.
Give her a little flashy. Which she already has. You put in work on Bloody Queen, she has some nice. She got some nice stuff. So
We're about to skip to the fact that now it's ad time.
Is it really ad time?
Yeah, it's ad time. Doombringer, Dominator, Mad Paradox.
Whew.
You just signed a lot.
It's cause when ad first came out, even before he came out, this was my boy. Oh, like, bro, this is gonna be my main. This is that character. But this man is so cheesy now. Okay, first of all, Domebringer has too much skill usage. Too many special actors for low MP that are too good. Too good. This man his low MP, like his low MP special actives are better than his high MP special actives.
You got Quicksilver, Axel, you got
You
freaking
got Quicksilver,
Cannon.
Axel, Pulse Cannon. You got freaking Psychic Storm, which honestly I don't think should cost 150 MP, but okay. I'm like,
You also have freaking what you call
Quake Buster also only costs 150 MP. And I'm
you
just
have
like,
also what you call it, his Transcend special active 100 MP that hits like burst damage, I don't know for what reason. Which is supposed to be Scion Rush.
I'm like, this man just says too much. His low MPs are just too good. They're too good. Like, he doesn't even really need to use his high MP skills because his low
He has
MP skills.
Quicksilver Strike, he has Supersonic, which is a burst damage skill too.
Yeah, you're right. Cause Scion, I mean, yeah, cause Scion Rush does 3 hits, and it does almost 2,000%.
Packs quite a punch.
Well, it does about what 3 each.
Actually, look at it.
17.
The energy explosion, and then the freaking energy cake. So
Yeah, that's what I'm like. It does about 1,700% damage off 100 MP. I'm just like, and really not even that much, because if you have, because ain't nobody gonna have the haste trait on Scion Rush. They're gonna have light, which means it's gonna cost 80 MP, which means you're doing about almost near 2,000% damage for 80 MP. And he can freaking DP smash off that. So, for 80 MP, but I mean, I'm not griping about that too much because that's Ad. That's kind of how Ad's character's always been. He's been the glass cannon type character. Good burst damage, low defense, but look, just a little bit. They need to kind of reel it back on these low MPs, the low MP cost. Now, I understand making skills accessible is all nice and all that, but no. These low MP skill costs are kind of stupid. They're making the character a little bit too easy. And this man can catch you at every turn of the stage. I mean, that's the only thing I have to say about Lunatic Psyker Doombringer. They up that MP cost. Like, his MP cost just a little bit too good.
you might as well just start talking about Dominator now.
I mean, nobody plays his class anymore.
Dominator? Holy crap! Nobody plays Dominator anymore.
Bro, I do not see Dominators. I swear to you. Matter of fact, hold on. Let me see something. Let me see something. Let me see something. I want to see if there's a single. I just want to see. This is like a single one. Oh god. I shouldn't have D-ranked. Actually, yes, I should have. Oh, wait. Okay. We got one. There's one Dominator on the board. Never heard of him before, but it's one. One. Yep. Two. Alright, so there are two Dominators on the board. Although, of course, this isn't really a good estimate. Not to mention, I think Dominator's more of a PvE character anyways. But, yeah. Okay. Yeah, no one plays Dominator anymore. At least not in PvP, it seems. Hardly. At least from what I've seen. Like, even when I get on my alternate characters, like go to the low ranks, I do not see Dominators. Not in the PvP aspect. Just nope.
We should talk about that paradox next. I think everybody knows the problem with that one.
Just like his abbreviation suggests, Mad Paradox is about nothing but NP. Like, legit.
MP burn.
That's like legit the only thing they need to change on that character. His MP burn ability. Like, no character should have that. No character. And I love Mad Paradox. That is a class I wanted to ban, but I had to stop playing that class because it is so stupid. It is so stupid. Like, this man literally just has to catch you once. And then easy infinite. This man's like the most easiest infinites in the game. And all he has to do is cycle that with active skill, with low MP cost active skills, to just keep you on low MP forever. You won't be able to mana break, and you just sit there and have to take it the entire time. Takes no skill at all. And I went from really loving this character to having nothing but absolute hate for this character. I hate Mad Paradox with a passion. Just because this man is so easy to cheese on. He is so easy to abuse. It's ridiculous. And I'm just like, if I were, the things that need to change on him. Mind Break mod needs to be gone. I'm like so serious. I would have rather had like the old Mind Break. If Mind Break mod was for defense, like instead of it reducing like your magic attack, it reduces your magic defense.
Like a magic crack shield like Runemasters.
Yeah. Kind of how,
Magic
that's
chain.
how Mind Break used to be. If they made it like that, Okay, but the
The
fact
MP
this,
steel pretty much that is actually really freaking broken.
but the fact that this junk is a 20 MP skill that reduces your MP gain by 70% with killing blow, 50%
Jesus.
without it. That's stupid. You literally get no MP, like none, when you're fighting a Mad Paradox at all. And Mad Paradox is one of the easiest classes to catch with. Like, this man has so many catching tools, it's ridiculous. Which he doesn't even need all of them. Because really, all you need is the same skill that's going to keep MP burning your opponent into oblivion. Reverse field.
Well, I would probably be kind of what you call it. I would be
What I would say
um
is, give Mad Paradox, give Mad Paradox Code Essentia's knockdown rate.
they have his knockdown rate decrease on a passive pretty high.
Because if he had, like, I'm telling you, if this man had Code Essentia's knockdown rate, where he wasn't able to just keep you in a combo for ages by doing the same stuff over and over and over again, that would, one, easily nerf the whole infinite combo thing. Two, get rid of the fuck, get rid of the mind break mod or change it and get rid of his MP burn. Like, it wasn't so bad when it was just a few things, like force finger by itself. But when you got reverse stigma burning MP, force finger burning MP, reverse field burning MP, energy boom burning MP, and then you got him with mind break mod, which reduces your MP gain by 70%, and it's like, oh, I just gotta catch somebody one time and do this easy infinite where I just cycle through my active skills, which, to be honest, reverse field, really all I gotta do with that skill, the cooldown on this skill should be stupid high. I'm so serious. It should be stupid high.
You mean for mind break mod?
No, for reverse field.
Oh really? Oh right. Because it lasts long as hell.
Because it lasts way too long. You can literally cycle your other skills and wait for them to come off cooldown just by holding reverse field. Like, this junk lasts way too long, and it only has a 5-second cooldown. Like, by the time, like, if you hold someone their entire duration of reverse field, by the time the entire duration is up, the cooldown is over. Also, the skill should cost way more MP. This shouldn't cost 15 MP to activate. And it only goes up to a maximum of 30 extra MP for all the extra hits. So that's legit only 45 MP. That's about as much as a regular active skill. And I'm just like, that's retarded. Because this skill has too much usability. The hits track you, have good range, with the evil trait. Matter of fact, just remove the evil trait. Like, yep. Just remove the evil trait. Don't let it burn MP anymore. Cause I'm like, this, like, I hate this class so much. Just because of how stupidly easy it is. It's like, my god. Like, Mad Paradox is literally the epitome of a no-skill brain dead class.
And now you're about to hit up a Lucio's all catastrophe innocent the Angelian. I already know the whole entire ordeals with all of them too.
I don't think what catastrophe is, they need to. I think I said this a long time ago too. That
Ambush
goddamn
attack.
ambush attack need to be nerfed. I'm sorry, but no active skill should ever do that much damage. Ever.
Fucking 100% defense ignore.
Like, oh, I hit you from the back.
Boom.
Guess what?
200k damage.
You're like gone. I'm just like, off an active skill, my guy.
That's like literally a free 300 MP. That's a 300 MP. What you call it though?
I'm like,
MP's damage. I mean 300 MP's skill damage literally with double attack chance because they have 30% chance of double it.
and I know this nerf right here is gonna sound very harsh for Lucio's. It's
Mm-hmm.
gonna sound harsh.
Yeah.
But listen, I think the character in the background that is not being used, their MP gain should be stopped. Like, I'm so serious. That needs to go on pause or something. Because the fact that this mofo, because folks used to complain about, well, Diabolic Esper has like 2 MP bars because of this and that. I'm like,
How the fuck are they complaining about that? But then
I'm looking
people are
like,
using
you,
Lucio.
you don't understand. You don't understand. One thing, and I'm not talking about I'm not talking about Matt Paradox now. Fuck Matt Paradox. I'm talking about Diabolic Esper back in the day. Just Diabolic Esper. Thing is, one, you will never have max DP because you have to use DP to go into DP mode in the first place. Unless you get hit while in DP mode, which, oh the fucking well. It's not like you're really getting any benefits from that now, are you? You're getting hit. But for the most part, you will never have max DP when going into DP mode because you got to go into DP mode. 2, every normal attack you do in DP mode takes DP away. Sorry, but do you lose MP on Luciel for attacking people?
Nope.
Don't think so. So I'm like,
You always
nah.
gain back MP. So
I'm like,
that's why I was so happy when they fixed the whole entire ordeal where they whiffed skills and they got CP for it still.
yeah, that's why I'm
Because
glad
that
they
used to
did that
be a
on Aura
curse.
too. That's why I'm so glad they did that on Aura because Aura was able to like save up orbs by whiffing skills. I'm like, bruh.
Because they usually did that shit to get fucking their orbs up or anything like anything system related. It's just like what the hell? It's like you can whiff shit and still get stuff. Dude, that's retarded.
It's like, oh, okay.
At
And
least
that's,
Lucio's don't get freaking what you
you
call it
know,
though, damage increases.
that's a good point. That's a good point for Nisha. I feel like Nisha should be like that.
Restricted on doing summons and shit.
No. The fact, because Nisha heal, if she has a summon out and she does a special active, she heals.
Oh, you have to hit somebody to heal.
That's what, yeah. I think that'll be a good one. If you have to actually hit somebody with the skill in order to heal, that'd be one
That'd be
great nerf for her.
because she's literally too fucking tank.
Like, she's already way too tanky, and the fact that she can just sit there and heal with low MP skills, like, you can literally just do a summon and you can just
Isn't her
spam get
HP
away.
recharge? Isn't her HP recharge ridiculous too?
Her HP recharge? Or you
Yeah,
mean like the
because
percent she gets back?
yeah,
Oh yeah, it's disgusting. I think she gets like 0.5.
she's supposed to she's supposed to be like a regular character though.
Like, hold on, what? How much would she get back from that? Trying to see. Cause I don't remember how much it was in PvP. Mm-hmm.
When people go to our main class and then others stay true to. I mean, I might stay like this with the mom.
Yeah.
Wild.
See that's what got me. She gets. Oh my goodness. She gets 5% HP and MP recovery.
That's retarded. It's a percentage, so she can heal faster
Oh yeah,
than
she
even.
heals stupid fast. Especially if she does like like for instance, like she does like a low MP skill, which doesn't have to connect. So say she does like she has a summon out, right? And say she just sits there and spams getaway. Every time she does getaway, that's 5% HP and MP back. And she's getting MP back for this. So she's getting MP for using a skill.
That's fucking.
So I'm just like,
That's so rigged.
And she has something like Poco out.
5%?
Like, let's say she has something like Poco out who tracks you full screen with those little balls
5%.
that hit stun you. Now she can run up on you, start hitting you, run away, just repeat the same tactic, track you from full screen, and heal 5% HP and MP every time she uses a special active. I'm like, oh, okay. Fair. So not only are you healing, but she's applying full screen pressure. This is a good class. But yeah, just I don't even want to talk about Mad Paradox anymore. I said my piece on him.
Well, if you got Catastrophe, Ambush Attack has already been
Yeah, I mean Catastrophe isn't really too
too oppressive, literally. It's just
Oh, well there is one thing on.
Apollyon and Oblivion.
No. Cause I ain't really seen too many problems. They do mad damage, but it's not like, oh my god. Except for ambush attack. But nah, it's that stupid air command. The dash jump ZZX.
The thing that lingers pretty much.
That stuff has so much priority. They need like that should not have super armor. It should not. Like it why? It has a lingering attack that sits there in the air and launches you. They can X drop off of it. You can't get them out of it. It moves super fast and they're protected because they have super armor. No. If that they just need to remove super armor from that command. That should not have. No. That's the only gripe about my on that new command for Catastrophe. No super armor. None. Stupid.
Innocent's next.
Fucking innocent, bruh. This innocent, just legit. I fought an innocent the other day, and legit, they were only using skills, and I was just like, you aren't comboing me. I'm mainly breaking most of your skills, but somehow you still have enough MP
to reuse, recycle.
to just keep throwing out skills. And I'm just like, why? Like, there really needs to be a kind of promote for people to start using regular commands more. Like, I really don't think skills in Elsword should be so easily accessible. Like, this is why, like, people say closers PvP is like all over the place. I'm like, it's really not. I really think Elsword could learn a bit from taking some tips from closers. How closers put certain skills on cooldown at the beginning of the match and whatnot, and how certain skills change in PvP from PvE so that they're not as oppressive or cheap. That would be that would literally be ideal for Elsword. If they did that, it would change so much stuff. Also, I have a question. Why the hell does Shadow Bolt do so much goddamn damage?
Shadow Bolt mod is one hit. We will never know about why the percentage is so fucking high.
Well, no, apparently it's 2 hits.
Oh, it's 2 hits. Okay, so yeah, 2 hits.
It does a little bit over 2,000% damage. I mean, it's a 240 MP skill, but my goodness. Ridic. Well, no. Actually, it's a 200 MP skill. It's 240 MP if it's critical trait. But you would never use critical trait in PvP when you have a heavy trait for a 200 MP skill that already does over 2,000% damage. Why? Stupid.
The world will never know.
Apparently with this Noblesse Oblige, I don't know how they want to pronounce it in Elsword, but apparently with that passive, this one actually does almost 4,000% damage in
PvP. Devastating strike.
It's like, oh, okay. It's great. It's great. Yeah. I love this game.
That's definitely a fucking KO right there.
Like, yeah, I just feel like that skill does a little bit too much damage, especially when it has incredible upwards range and only costs 200 MP. Like, that's not even a 300 MP skill, and it's hitting like crazy damage. Like, woof. Like, why? There's no reason for that. Nerf that damage, big fella. Nerf that damage, especially when apparently this class has no problem getting MP. Oof. And we just talk about Shadow.
I feel that doesn't even have to be fault.
And we just talk about if you're near this skill while getting comboed, you will never fall.
You mean the knockdown ray on that shit?
Yes. Apparently, if you're next to this while getting comboed, it continuously lowers your knockdown rate. So a Luciel, especially Nobles, who's great at magic damage, can just sit there and shoot you to death and force you to mana break. In fact, it even says it right here. The skill is only supposed to reduce I know it didn't just say that, but it's saying this. The skill is only supposed to reduce knockdown on the first hit, but as long as an enemy touches the shadow, its knockdown value will continuously decrease, allowing you to attack at your leisure, never allowing the enemy to reach the knockdown limit until they either die or mana break. What the fuck? Why? Who
forced mana break active? What a brother.
It's in the tips and details. People obviously know about this. Why is this not patched when it's supposed to be on the first hit? Because I know it's supposed to be on the first hit. I could tell that because the skill only hits you once, but as long as you're near it, you can't fall. Why is this a thing? Especially because also while you're near it, it decreases your magic attack and defense by 31%.
Shadow. It's
No.
for the duration that it's alive, right? The shadow.
Yeah. And it lasts 16 seconds.
The actual shadow itself, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it lasts 16 seconds. Normally.
I wonder what happened to Rune Master
With Killing
and Magic
Blow,
Shade.
with Killing Blow, it lasts 20.8 seconds.
I wonder what happened to Rune Master and Magic Shade.
I'm just like, really now?
Oh my god, Noblesse has just so much fucking shit. They have so much shit.
I'm just like, that needs to be nerfed.
Shadow?
I'm just like, without a doubt. And anyone who disagrees, you're a cheeser.
I disagree, I'm just kidding
Like
anyways.
you're a you one of those people that want the game to be broken so you can continue cheesing people. If you disagree with the fact that Shadow needs to be nerfed, something's wrong with you. I am sorry. That
To
I'm
be
not
honest,
sorry.
at the fucking Shadow. Um, since the actual freaking, I mean, yeah, it does need to be nerfed,
You
but
know
at the
what?
same time,
Funny thing is, no, it doesn't need to be nerfed. It just needs to act how it's supposed to.
you mean pretty much the knockdown rate being fucking decreased on the initial hit.
Yes.
Oh, I can see that. Actually, that's true. Isn't that their only no knockdown element though? They put all of that into one active skill.
I'm like, yeah, that's all they need. When you just have to put it next to someone and be like, well, infinite's time. I'm just like, especially when
So,
when they're like, well, I
Noblesse
know
is
you
just pure
won't fall.
oppressive. Huh?
I'm like, I know you won't fall. When you know someone won't fall unless they mana break, you can literally just sit there and be like x x x x x x x x x x x x x x x x x x. I'm like, I know you're not gonna fall, so I'm just gonna keep doing this.
I'm just gonna keep zapping you with these nice clean bullets until you literally decide to mana break. Sorry, kiddo. You're not getting out of this one free.
And I'm just like, wow.
That's just gay.
Dan,
That's just gay.
I'm like
That's what
D'Angelion,
somebody would say.
D'Angelion, literally
Alright.
just remove bound combo. All right, moving on. I was just like, I was so serious. Just remove bound combo. Just just remove that, and we're good.
Bound combo, oh my god. They had so many more options. I even complained about bound combo
Like,
being fucking. I
remove
mean, it
bound
should not be a
combo.
thing. Even I think so, and I play the class every single damn day.
I'm like, remove bound combo and give them regular combos that don't do that much goddamn damage, that are
Yeah,
cancelable, so they're actually a
yeah.
viable class outside of bound combo, and then
Because
they'll
people
be
want
fine.
to abuse bound combo, they don't literally use the other utility it has. Luke can actually launch. First of all, before forward Z, nobody takes the time to learn that because bound combo is
But bound combo, bro. But bound combo. They don't need to learn it right now, cause you know what they're gonna do?
bound combo.
They're gonna dash Z, launch into bound combo. That's what they're gonna do.
Dash Z bound launch the bound combo. Oh wait, I mean I think I know the context you're saying. They're gonna do forward forward Z X, and then pretty much forward forward up X and then Z, and then just basically a bitch strike
Bruh.
combo. That's
Exactly.
all they have to really do actually.
Shoot, they ain't even gotta do. Can't you just do dash Z into a bitch strike? Let me
Dash
not
Z
give
into a
any.
bitch strike. You mean like dash X Z?
No, just dash
X?
Z. The dash Z launch into a bitch strike.
Yeah, you can do that, but it's not gonna work properly. That's the only thing.
Oh, it'll work. These goddamn
No, I'm
laggers.
saying a bitch strike. Like if you have no lag, yeah, it will work. But if you don't know the timing of that shit, you're fucked pretty much. Like that's what it means. You don't know the timing of freaking bound combo, you're fucked. But if you do it the forced way, however, use a base strike to proc a bound combo, you always get success rate of 100% for that shit.
Hey, just like my just like my boy Tuna, I tell you right now, Rose needs to go back to DFO. Enough said, and I'm actually not joking on that one. Like I'm usually joking. I'm not joking. She need to go back DFO. Fuck Rose.
Rose, Rose, literally, if Rose had a revamp and it was more inclined like DFO's actual playstyle, then she would be normal. But
What you mean? She dirty in DFO too. She needs to stay over
yeah,
there.
she's dirty as
You know what they
fucking
need to?
DFO.
No. What they need to do is give her back and give us a different DFO character.
You mean like Slayer? Slayer would be even more broken, but or female Slayer. You got all out of all the female characters, you got female fighter. You got Rose,
We can't do fighter now because we have Labby. Give us shoot. I'll take Slayer.
female Slayer, You got male Slayer,
Give us my boy. Give us the mage.
the mage. Oh, so male mage.
Let me get my blood my blood mage.
Blood mage.
I needs to
What the
act like his story arc and disappear.
How about fix over his combo?
But nah, for real though, I just this man just has Blue Hen is best Ein. Uh, Blue
You
Hen's
skipped
best
over
Ein.
Richter. You skipped over Richter. You skipped over Richter. You just don't care about that, man. You're
I
like,
fucking hate this damn class, bro.
he doesn't exist in my mind, nigga.
Bro, this nigga
Moving on.
telling he need to act like his storyline and disappear. You don't exist, bro. Like,
Your mission is over, nigga. Why are you here still?
After they finished the story arc for Varnamir, they should have went ahead and said, "All right, we're now deleting Ein just like his story arc, man."
Man, you ugly as fuck. Get off my damn.
Like, yo,
What about all our players that compensate to play? You'll get your money back.
nah, fam. They're gonna be like, all Eins will be class changed to Blue Hen,
Bruh.
and all class changes will be removed from the game for Ein.
Hersher and fucking Richter don't exist.
Hersher, he went to the void. Ein returned to heaven or whatever, wherever. He went back to the goddess
Nigga
Ishmael.
said this should not fucking exist. Cease to exist. That nigga's a meme for that shit.
I'm like, this man is so disgusting. Look how many skills I can throw out. Look at my creation mode, bro. Look how much damage I can do with my normal attacks. Look at my XXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXXX. Look how I track you from all the way across the room. Look how I can tie you to this ball and make you, get stuck in this area. If you try to leave, it's gonna pull you right back. Yeah. Look at my air steps, bro. Free air steps. Look at my up Z, bro. Look at the hitbox on it. It's amazing.
Oh my
I
god.
hate this class. Look at my dirt dive. It has super armor on it. And I throw things before I dirt dive, so you can't stand in the area that I'm gonna dirt dive to. Yeah. It's like, I hate you. I hate this class. I hate this class. Like, ugh. This man literally has every tool in the box that he would ever need. Richter is ugly. He's an ugly character. He shouldn't exist. There is no balancing this character. He just needs to be deleted.
That man does bleeding damage black hole mods. That man's fucking
This man
hilarious.
has black holes. This man has bleeding damage. He has healing. This man has.
He just has asshole utility pretty much.
Man can create fields that keep him in super armor. This man has creation mode, which makes his damage go through the roof on normals and gives
Kevin,
him
I'm
crazy
pretty sure your ass
MP
will be saying, Nigga just an asshole. Period.
Bro, this man's just an this man's an ass. This dude is asshole the character, fam.
Literally, you can melt him if he does a super armor active, though. That's the funny part because all you just need is good old true demon on D'Angeli. I mean, you just have to hit him with Phantom Rush, hit that storageable fucking special
Bruh,
active Abyss Extinction. His HP gonna deplete with the quickness. That man's gonna be on a wheelchair by the time he's out of that match.
was like, this man, can, this man can
I mean, pair
teleport.
me up with the Night Emperor, nigga. I got the Richter. I'ma just hit him with that good old Abyss Extinction in a cancel. I'ma wait for his ass to get out the super armor frame.
I'm like, what? Cause you think about what doesn't this man have? This man has
He doesn't. He
stuns.
does. He has everything practically.
This man has stuns. This man can cause freaking silence. This man can cause freaking wound, so you can't run. This
Leg
man
wound.
this man can
Man, so
cause
much shit.
freaking this man's creation mode, which increases his freaking damage through the roof. This man has black hole effects. This man has good
Just-
AoE. This man has good comp. This man has crazy combos. This man has
Just an
freaking
asshole.
air steps. This man can come from the air at any point in time. This man has huge hitboxes on his stomps. This man has what else? This man has everything. Literally everything.
What do
Literally.
you call that man? He's just ugly.
Like he's ugly. He's an ugly character.
I'm dead, dude.
Like this man, I've never seen a character with this much utility. This man has everything. Everything. Like this character has more stuff than Aura. Like this man has a skill to make himself bigger. What?
This is base, bro.
This man has a skill to make himself bigger. Are you what?
The man said he's ugly.
This man has tracking skills. This man has full screen, almost
Oh,
near full
shit.
screen skills.
God damn it, man. Fucking Kevin. Anyways.
This man has passives that make his damage go through the roof. Speed passives. This man, bruh.
Bro.
Like this man is literally just everything in a. This man is everything in a bag of chips, with a soda on the side.
Might as well just skip over to Blue and now the.
Blue Hen is
Oh
a bit.
man.
Blue Hen is like the. See, Blue Hen. I like Blue Hen,
He's a wild card though.
but it's all depending on how you play it. Blue Hen
Yeah,
is
he's
the
a
best
wild
iron.
card.
Blue Hen is like he's a wild card. Blue Hen is the best iron. This man can be stupid, flashy, crazy cool. Like he's the best support. He's like pretty much one of the best supports in dungeons. However, when this man gets started in PvP,
His build up factor literally can be the worst thing you want to deal with.
once he gets his MP, if he gets like a good lead on you, this man
And he
can
puts
be
Requiem on you at the end, he can
most
literally end you.
annoying bug fly looking ass motherfucker that you will ever face in PvP. Because once this man gets started, you done. Like this man will not stop. This
He's
man
in a
gonna be
damn
throwing out
bug.
every skill in the book. His MP game gonna be through the roof. He's gonna be
His
healing
MP
almost as
game
much
gonna
as
be silly
Anisha.
as fuck, alright.
Actually, he probably heals more than Anisha when he gets started, depending on what skills he's spamming. Like,
To
this-
tell you the truth, if he has fucking Satsurora, what was Satsurora supposed to be like? I forgot. Satsurora is a heavy damage dealing fucking skill for Han
oh yeah,
in his
Mm.
second fucking job. Second path, I mean. Go check up where Satsurora is at. That nigga has some damage in on that
like
skill.
the only thing I'll say that saves Blue Hen from me wanting him to be completely deleted from this game, like that ugly mofo over there, his ugly counterpart.
Richter.
It's the fact that you do somewhat have to work for catches, because his neutral game is definitely not as strong as his other two classes, but still, that can be remedied just by, training with the character, just like any character. Once you get good enough, well, depending on if you're a cheeser or not, which most of NA is, prepare yourself, because the cheese is coming, and it's not stopping.
Satoru, my fuck.
Like there are just some characters, so I'm just like, I wouldn't even know how to balance them.
Deal with them. Oh, how to balance them.
Yeah, how to balance them. I can deal with them, like some, like, take some time, but still, it's annoying. Her shirt needs to disappear. You need to go to. Yeah, ain't your body supposed to be dissipating? Why are you still here?
Here you are. Why? Why are you here? Here you are. Why?
Like this man. Her shirt is like that little kid that looks all innocent, and you think he really can't do nothing, and then all of a sudden a little kid pulls out a knife and tries to stab you out of nowhere. That's literally him. Like this man will be doing like no damn, like his, like I don't know, it's something about this class where I'm just like, I don't really care about this class like that, but all of a sudden this man will just, I don't even know how to explain it. He just gets under your skin from out of nowhere.
And he starts to piss you off slowly. Yeah, he does.
It's like it's like at first it's like, alright, he's no big deal. But if you let this man stick around too long, he's like a parasite. If he sticks around the stage too long, you don't kill him fast enough. And he gets a couple good hits in somewhere, all of a sudden everything goes downhill. Like this man will go from doing minuscule mosquito damage to now you got a whole hornet's nest coming after you in an instant. And I don't even know how to balance him. His skills are so weird and out of, okay, Chaos Field. Well, I can't really talk about Chaos Field because I think they did nerf Chaos Field already. One of the biggest things for Chaos failed.
Yeah, Chaos failed. Chaos failed.
One of the biggest things with that was the fact that giant literally burned all your MP away if you got hit by it. It was kind of ridiculous.
Shit happens.
But they nerfed that, so.
Yeah, I remember that shit. Burned your MP. You were looking at it like, what the hell is that?
Yeah. But it's just that I don't know what it is about this class, but sometimes I feel like this man has like infinite MP. Like I legit feel like this man's MP just don't stop sometimes. I don't know if he has like too low of MP cost, or
That's just like having a sword. I mean, a sword shield. Okay, so I was just looking at something for mine.
however, overall, I don't really think Hersher's broken like that.
Or at least.
I think he's alright. The only one, I mean, okay. I know I came here saying I need to be deleted, but put it this way. Blue Hen's okay. I'm okay with Blue Hen. Hersher's alright. Feel like some things could like
be better with them.
Could be better, yeah.
For Richter.
For Richter, nah, he just need to be deleted. Delete Richter. Delete him. Who? Like they need to buy Winchester some of these classes. They need to
He
buy
said
Winchester
Richter is
some of
just
these classes.
ugly.
Cause
He said Richter
I
is
told you
just
what happened to
ugly.
buy on freaking on the KR closers.
Yeah, it cannot be played in PvP
When you get to her second job, you can no longer PvP. You're not allowed to PvP.
because her PvP fucking performance outweighs
She's
everything.
too freaking broken.
Unless if they do a revamp to every other character to be like considerable.
That's why I'm like, I feel like some of these classes need to be like, all right, if you play this class, you're not allowed to PvP anymore. Like
That's just like the freaking what you call it, DFO server, remember?
oh
There was
yeah,
one specific class for knight that was not able to PvP. I
like
mean, no, there was a few knights that could not PvP. You could not PvP with Demon Queen or Demon God. You could not PvP with you can PvP with Savior, I think, but you cannot PvP. You could. Oh wait, no. Here's the classes you could PvP with a knight. You could PvP with Savior and freaking Elven Knight. You can't PvP with Demon God or freaking the other one or Dragon Knight. Those are the two that you cannot PvP with because
like,
they have AOE's out the ass to summons everywhere.
and if I had to, if I had to choose, I had to choose. If I went through this list real quick and I had to choose, I'm like, all right, if you play Hellboy, you're good. If you play, I guess if you play Aisha, you're fine.
No, if you wanted to think about tournaments, in other words, you could class ban.
I'm like, that's what I'm saying. I'm thinking of it that way. So I'm like, um, I'm put it this way: if you play Code Essentia, you can't PvP. Nope. Nope.
Fuck.
I'm like, nope. If you play
Some
Mad
people do
Paradox,
say
you can't PvP.
Some people do say what you call it that they can play against classes in arena and feel comfortable against them, but in 1v1 situations, maybe not. Not all the
That's what
time.
I'm saying. I'm mostly basing because I'm like some of these classes, some classes thrive differently in 2v2, 3v3. Because I'm like, for
Because
instance, I
2v2,
don't think
3v3, they can get what you call a jail out of free card bailouts by their partners.
I'm like, cause, but that's why. Actually, let me go ahead and do this. Labby. All right. Now, Labby is not broken.
They're gonna say Eternity Winter is the most broken though.
Nah, Labby is not broken. But Nisha
Nisha's fucking just
needs
a
to be
problem.
deleted. She needs to be rethought. She needs to go back inside the mirror. She needs to go back inside the mirror. Don't bring her back out. You want to protect Labby? I'm gonna tell you how. You go in the mirror with her. Don't come back.
Just become the mirror.
Just become the mirror.
Both
Yeah. Like, just become the mirror. Cause I'm like,
the mirror without a user cannot actually succeed. So it's like they literally forever damn themselves in an imaginary.
but no, I'm just joking about the Labby not broken thing. She broke, but there's some things that can fix her. For one, her hitboxes definitely need to be.
Fucking shit.
Them just needs to be cut. I can't even say cut in half. Them just need to be cut in like 1/4.
I wouldn't say 1/4. It's just the fact that she can, Lucio can actually, well, Lu alone and CO basically has hitboxes that go under ledge, right?
Lou's hitboxes are ridiculous.
They're ridiculous. I can admit that,
Actually,
but it's because of their weapon.
if I'm talking about Labby, there's multiple characters that need to be nerfed in terms of hitboxes. Labby needs to be nerfed in terms of hitboxes. Lou's claws need to be nerfed in terms of hitboxes. Rose's
It's the size
gunshots
of them.
need to be nerfed.
It's the size of them. That's why it literally is basically what you call it allowed.
So I'm like, Rose's gunshots definitely need to be nerfed. Her
She has massive fucking claws. That's probably why. But think about it this way, Kevin.
Ellis's hitbox needs to be buffed. What?
Claymore bastard. Anyway, don't ever say that. That shit's a fucking horror movie right there. Bitch has a fucking blade like supposed to be like Raven's, but
Nah, fam, it's
and
like I
better.
told Jika. I was like, bro, tell me why. Ellis
Raven has
uses a claymore. Raven
less
uses a
range.
blade, but Raven's hitbox is bigger than Ellis's. What? Explain.
Giga ain't gonna be able to explain shit. He's gonna look at
Bro
you
was
and
just
just
like,
say, "Nigga, I don't
listen.
even know. I don't know. I don't even know. I don't."
I was just like, listen. I was just like, nah, there ain't no explaining that, fam. Give my girl a bigger hitbox. But yeah, I was like, Labby hitbox definitely need to be nerfed for sure. Her lingering,
Yep.
oh yeah, needs to be nerfed for sure, for
Because
sure.
there's not enough professional players on Elsword to literally play against Labby. Are you serious?
So I'm like, I think that's pretty much. I'm like, cause I don't really see her skills. Her skills
Being
aren't
too
really
much of an
broken.
issue.
It's mostly just yeah, her normals. Her normals are just nasty.
They're just a force that's like, I don't get it. It's like she has the most opportunity with force. That's
Except
what
for
makes no
Nisha.
sense.
Nisha needs to be removed. Okay, really, to be honest, if I'm serious though, the one thing about Nisha that's the most annoying. Okay, first of all,
HP regen.
Poco, them balls should not.
Hit stun
They should not hit stun at all. If
upon the
they're gonna
first
go
hit
full
because
screen, well, full map really, they should not hit stun, like at all.
here's the thing. They hit stun for 2 hits and then literally they just whirl around you after. That's
Especially,
what happens.
especially with Labby having some of the best mobility in the game.
Yeah,
Them
man,
two
that's
hits is all
ridiculous.
she needs to come across the map and smack your ass. So, definitely shouldn't have hit stun. Two, 5% MP and HP recovery. No, that should be 0.5% HP and MP recovery. Definitely not. She definitely should not be getting 5% HP and MP back for using a skill that doesn't have to connect. One, like I was saying earlier, it should have to connect. She should not get the MP and HP if the skill does not connect. I'm
You
like,
know, here's the first time when I actually seen in freaking Elsword that a library had given up against an innocent, or just literally was the rankings because they saw.
like, I'm like, yeah, don't get me wrong. There are some classes that easily beat out Nisha. Like, I think Fatal Phantom will kill Nisha because her putting summons on the screen is just gonna make
Makes
it
it so
easier to
much
shoot her
easier.
ass up. But and then classes like, see, the one thing about it is Code Essentia loses against Nisha because her 3 summons suck against Labby's 1. Because she gets MP and HP. Well, actually, she gets MP faster, but she also gets HP on top of that. And then Code Essentia summon skills are not as good as Nisha's. Especially like stuff like Zoom You and all that, which black holes you. And then every time she uses a skill, this man comes in and tail swipes you for massive damage. Not even close. Like, not to mention, Nisha's summons have way more HP. Way more HP. And then Nisha, like kind of like we were talking about, a character that could be essential as a character with crowd control. Nisha definitely got crowd control. Like you can summon all you. Cause when I was playing Nisha, I, I, I fought a couple of Sentias and that stuff was easy. That stuff was easy pickings. I'm like, yeah, her MP HP recovery that needs to be nerfed should only be activated on hit. Another thing, just like I was saying earlier, summons should be. I'm trying to think of the word, but basically you should be able to walk straight through them. Straight through them. They should be almost like background stuff, like kind of like the little plant things on Underground Garden and Fada. That's how summons should work. They should not obstruct your walking path. Cause that body blocking stuff is stupid. It's another thing on Nisha. Really, that's about it. Cause the Poco thing needs to be nerfed. Her summons being able to body block needs to be nerfed, and her HP MP gain on using seals needs to be nerfed. I think if you nerf those 3 things, yeah. Cause I found other ways to play Nisha that are also just as good. Take a little bit more skill. Can also be considered cheese, but none of what I found is as bad as just getting a summon out and just basically cheesing your opponent with running away and throwing out skills just to catch them. And then healing up. That stuff, nah, that stuff is disgusting. But we made it. That's pretty much my little take on all the characters. I know I ain't go over Aura much, but like I said, one big thing for her, any skill, like when she does a chain of skills, any skill that comes out there, the initial skill should not have skill pauses. For 1. 2, I guess a lot of the big things that I said overall for all the characters that will really affect Aura was more buffs for iframes, like on Wake Up. Black hole effects should not keep you from using skills if you're honestly. I think if you're out of the range of the skill and the skill is not actively hit stunning you, even if it is dragging you in, I think you should still better use skills. But even more than that, I think iframes on Wake Up should last longer. Because Okizeme in this game is a little bit too easy on certain characters. Especially a lot of the ones with black hole effects. It's a little bit way too easy. Shoot. Trying to think of what else I might have missed. I'm still thinking up stuff, but this is just a good rundown of all the stuff I think would balance Elsword. Also remove Richter from the game. And Rose.
Take it easy, Kevin. Take it easy.
Nah, we don't take it easy around here. Remove that class. Remove that character.
Oh man, that was the funniest thing. You said I'm just ugly. I'm just like this man troll.
I'm telling you.
Rector just ugly.
Oh yeah, what I was saying about the characters that shouldn't be allowed in PvP. Codescentia until further notice. Matt Paradox until further notice. D'Angelion until further notice. Unless you play like my boy Derek over here, but come on now. D'Angelion until further notice. Until they fix that bound combo stuff, cause I'm sorry, being able to get a free. Honestly, I don't even know because I know I'm tanky.
Damage increases over the time you keep getting hit. That's why, dude. That's why bound combo's so fucking OP.
So I'm like, I know I'm tanky, and taking a bound or like a full bound combo will take a good 70% of my HP. So I know other people that aren't as tanky. That stuff is probably instant kill.
It shows in their X combos as well. Each and every time you hit somebody, your damage gets higher. It works with either CL or Lu. You'll notice the buildup in damage.
Oh, I've noticed it. Like when a Lu rushes you down with XXX, like that XXXZ joint, and then it just does mad damage even though she's just punching you, and it's like,
She's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It just keeps building.
But oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. But yeah, I'll say, well, that's pretty much my review on that. Most balanced characters in the game. Elsword path, all of Elsword paths, with the exception of Immortal. On some stuff, just some stuff. But overall, most balanced character in the entire game. Empire Sword. I don't care. I don't care. This is my opinion. Leave me alone. Empire Sword's most balanced character. Strongest there is. Or not. Now, where the heck did Jude go, though? I know. He said. That family and all that.
Don't even worry about it now.
Well, I think that will do it for this stream, though. I went over every single last character. Well, for the most part. I kind of went over Aura. And don't even ask me about Rose. Don't even. Unless you play maybe Tempest Burster. Okay, didn't. Alright. But if you play Black Massacre or Minerva, delete yourself. Uninstall the game. Just uninstall. If you play Black Massacre or Minerva, you are the type of person that just thrives on the pain of other people. You are the most sadistic, evil-minded person in the history of humanity.
That just sums it up.
Yeah, I'm done. Well, that's my review of Elsword characters. Tune in next time for